Totally.
Yeah,
Hold on,
I can move in. Yeah, I can move in before I cast it.
30 feet. So you needed to be like... Yeah, it's a little unfortunate because it has to be either Nizlik or Merrick, because they're so separated, right? But you can totally fit into it as well. Like, Klaus is too far, unfortunately.
Yeah, because
left.
that creature up there is stunned, I want to hit Merrick versus Nizlik.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be you, it's gonna be Merrick, and it's going to be Connor and Sintra.
Yep.
Jen, give me a 5d8. You remember, you reroll any ones because of your healer. Oh my god! Plus your wisdom to
which
that,
is 5, so 39.
So that's 39 healing to Sintra, to Geminara, to Connor, and to Merrick. 39 healing as you hold aloft the staff of healing and unleash its power here. A burst of radiant healing. Geminara, what does this look like? As all of your friends are pretty much healed to full from this, right? You fully rejuvenate them.
Yeah, it looks like a seed shoots out of the healing and lands there, and then all of a sudden like a little vortex of like leaves, and then it'll heal their wounds.
Hell yes. And Jen, you know what's the best part of you healing people with the staff so much? It doesn't use a spell slot. You still have a bonus action, so if you wanted to cast another spell with a spell slot, you could.
Yeah. I am. I don't know how far.
I'll heal up Connor, by the way.
Oh shoot.
Connor is exactly back to full. So he was down 39.
I cannot reach Klaus, but it's okay.
Remember, you have a mount. You can move super fast.
Reminder to Geminara that you have Mark of the Eternal Summer.
Yes.
Says, whenever you restore hit points to yourself or another creature, a blast of fire damages all enemies within 5 feet of the healed creature.
Yes, yes. And we have this guy down here taking 3 points of damage next to Merrick. This guy next to Connor takes 3 points of damage. There's no one around Sintra at the moment, and there's no one around you. But that's boom, boom, the fire exploding from them from the healing. Yeah, let's go.
I will use a bonus action to heal Nizlik with healing word because I cannot reach Klaus, but it's okay.
What level?
We're gonna go level 3.
I will say, if you want to reach Klaus, you very easily could, right? Because your mount can, oh, sorry, I'm still in the circle. Your mount can move 60, right? So it can go all the way up to there if you really wanted to heal him. Huh?
Okay, okay, I'll do that because I feel like the person above is fine, and I don't know if me hitting it with fire, if I heal Nizlik, would knock it out of stun. I don't know how that works.
No, they're just fucked. They're just fucked for a turn.
Okay. Well, I mean, Nizlik is okay for now, but I do want to heal Klaus. I want to try to get close enough to heal Klaus.
There we go. You easily can do that. Perfect. Throw out that bonus action. What level?
We're gonna go level 3 because he's kind of rough.
Level 3. So roll it up and then add another 3d4. Wow, you got so many ones. So we're gonna ignore the 2. So instead, roll 5d4. Because that's gonna. Oh no, actually, yeah.
Can Gem cast 2 spells in the same turn?
It's a staff.
One was a staff.
So yeah, that's sort of a buff to spellcasters. Now, spell scrolls are super useful to spellcasters because the rule is now 1 spell slot per turn. It doesn't matter if you use a wand or a staff or a scroll, you can still do something else, which is really nice for people who have Misty Step, right? You can read your scroll of Fireball and then Misty Step away, yeah?
It's why I took that staff.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, Jen, you re-roll that. We'll say the first 2 rolls are the re-rolls, right? So you re-roll the 1 into 1, that stays, right? So that's 7 plus 12 here, which is, no other 1. 7 plus 12, 19 healing to Klaus.
Thank you.
Nice. Big. Needed that.
I did.
Yeah, and that is my turn.
Pretty bad for enemies here. Great turn, Geminara. Big healing. Yeah. That is 39 plus 19. You healed 175 hit points that turn. Not too bad. Hell yes. Hell yes. Geminara? He did not. He was too far. The area was not big enough, unfortunately.
And the person above you is stunned. So
Yes, you, Nezlek, in all of your coolness, have spent one.
Yeah.
So far, you have spent 3 key points, and you've landed nearly every attack. Now it's time for you to continue that legacy. Sintra, it is. Sintra, it is now your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So what's the
30.
buff spell you cast this turn?
Well, not really a buff.
You gotta move your.
I'm gonna do my fiery entrance at the moment.
Oh, fiery entrance here. Dun, 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 dun. On the guitar as you disappear, teleporting instantly with the Fire Shredder. Nice. 30-foot teleport. Place yourself where you want to be.
Right there.
Nice. There we
And
go.
she's
This
gonna
person immediately
take-
takes 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration.
Yes.
In fire damage. Nice.
6 fire.
6. Good old average. Very good. Excellent. She's stunned. She's chilling. She's
And
going
here we
hellish
go.
rebuke. Hellish rebuke.
This is
No.
coming. Here we go. You ready, lady?
Oh, 24
24.
hits. Let's go. That's going to be a lot of damage. Let me see here to ensure she's a warlock. No, she's still a monstrosity. Okay, 29, 32 points of damage to her. A massive chunk of her
Yeah.
hit.
We're not done yet, Jay. We're not done.
You're not? How?
No.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna unload these 2 things on her. There's a 16 radiant.
16 fucking radiant. Let's go. Okay, we're getting close to bloodied already, yeah?
Perfect. And here we go. Swing number 2.
21 totally fucking hits. Let's go. Let's go. All good.
Last one of these.
18, 21. Oh, no, no fire in this one, right? So 18
Yeah, no
points
fire.
of damage.
Let's see.
Now
where
bloodied.
we're at on those. We're down
Boom, boom,
that
boom, boom,
one,
boom, boom.
and we got our last 2nd level. Close my sheet. Shit, fuck. Sorry, gotta reopen everything.
All good.
There we go. And
Smite to
thing.
the foe.
18.
Oh, big
Yeah.
damage. 18. Okay, another hit or 2 like these, and she's out. She's just entered the blood. Once again, Driders are big, powerful enemies. They are heavily armored. They have a lot of hit points. They're tough, powerful, poisonous enemies. But you slide for. Is this fully like sliding on your knees and like across the guitar, or is this like as you spin the guitar around, we just see the firing? What does this look like when you disappear and strike this foe?
So like she just kind of like runs forward that first 30 feet, and as she does, like the guitar swings down like she's holding it like an axe. She jumps forward into like a flash of flame, vanishes. The fire just kind of hits the ground, detonates. She's there, and she chops down for the first one, and then swings up for the second.
Hell yes. Fire flying everywhere and explosions, pyrotechnics of a true performer. Very good. Sintra, I believe it's going to be your turn.
Yep.
Usually the river would be like difficult terrain, but you're too big. You're too big to care. All right. Excellent. Very nicely done. Short and sweet. Very good. We go to the Driders. So one Drider is going to keep fighting Connor. The second one is going to fight... well, he's kind of afraid of the Drider as well. So he's going to fight Connor and the Drider. Connor and Merrick, sorry. As this first one, yeah, they're gonna focus pretty heavily here on both of them. In fact, they are going to use something. They have a special bonus action. Driders have a special bonus action, something called Magic of the Spider Queen. As a bonus action, they get to cast either Darkness, Fairy Fire, or Web without requiring material components. Both of them are going to cast Web. One is going to web up Connor. One is going to try and web up Merrick over here. So I need both Connor and Merrick to, let's see here, 24 cube. First time a creature enters an area or starts its turn there. Right, so this will happen on your guys' turn after they cast the webs. But that is just a bonus action for them, which is quite powerful. Excellent. As then they are going to continue their attack. They're kind of enweb the area they're standing on as well, just to make it sort of difficult for you guys to escape. If I can find, where's web? Wall. Word of Radiance. Nope. I don't have a thing for web. Damn it. All right. Wait, no. Why is this over here as well? Oh no, I do have web. There we go. Oh, that's kind of small on the map. It's gonna be here on Connor and here on Merrick. Those in the back. Very good. All right. Ooh. And if Roll20 will let me, I might be able to do something cool. That's a little more visible, a little more red coloration of these webs here. I think that's red. Once again, I'm colorblind. As they splash these down onto the battlefield, they're going to make 3 attacks. Connor is going to get 3 attacks. Merrick, you're going to get 2 attacks. And Connor is going to get the last one from the one in front of you. Here comes 4 attacks for Connor. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think all of them hit him, just barely, right? Says well for the 2 of them. 12 AC, yeah, he's screwed. Connor's gonna take 13, 22, 33, plus 12, 45 damage to Connor. Merrick, you're gonna take 2 of these attacks as now you're standing in webs. Natural 1 and an 18.
18 just hits.
Ooh, okay, 12 damage. It's about to be your turn. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Dodge. We're just 6.
Hell yes. 6 points only. Very good. All right. That is all of them as Merrick. It is now your turn. You see the clouds arriving from the south.
Yeah. I'm using my bonus action, but I'm going to try and kill this one drider in front of me.
Excellent. Now, Merrick, at the start of your turn, I do need you to make a dex save, as you are now standing in webs. They're threatening to get you sort of stuck. It's a DC 14 dex save, and if you fail, you will become restrained. And restrained, of course, means attacks against you have advantage, your attacks have disadvantage, which can be quite dangerous. And also you can't move. Nice! You succeed. Keep in mind, webs are difficult terrain, so half movement in them, but you are not restrained. You're good to go.
So here comes the attack. Ouroboros Blade, Divine
Let's
Favor,
go.
and Mark of the Eternal Summer.
Now, I will mention here, Merrick, you also landed an attack last turn on this guy. You have a weapon mastery called Vex. With rates that say if you land an attack on this person, your next attack against them has advantage. So you automatically have advantage against this guy,
Okay.
Let's
go!
Natural 20! Very nice. Here's your con save. They succeed the con save. They succeed against the poison. But that is a lot of fucking damage. Very good. Oh, surprise sneak attack and divine favor all doubled. Ooh, 20, 11, and 11, and 7. You do 49 points of damage. Yet another devastatingly powerful attack. This creature is badly bloodied. Badly bloodied. It goes from... Whew, my God.
You know what?
Incredible.
Just to drop this off, I'm gonna use my Divine Smite.
Ooh, and it's a natural 20, of course, so it is doubled here. Merrick, what's
46.
level? 48. Oh, if it's well, like depends. Which level are you using?
It's 2d8, so level 1.
Level 1. Okay, let's go. That's gonna be 4d8. Nice. Ooh, very nice. 19 points of damage. Wow. You kill the Drider. Merrick, please do describe. As the webs beneath you disappear and wither away as the concentration ends, this creature shoots out of these massive webs, entrapping you there. Nowhere to run, little fly. And begins to rush towards you quickly. It opens its massive sort of arms out to attack. The spider legs come out to stab into you. But you're faster. How do you kill it?
I do a fencer's lunge and just stab the blade through the mouth up to the brain.
dark, and his brain just sort of turns off as the whole body falls to the ground. You sort of leap onto the side of it as it almost falls down the cliff. Nicely done, Merrick. Also, Will. So sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I held up the blade to my face. There's only one queen.
Hell yes, as we see some dark raven feathers falling in the background. Very good. As a quick mention here, just so you know, Will, more so than the player, than Merrick, the character, Paladin's got a minor update as well. You know that Divine Smite feature you have? Once per day, you get to smite for free, without spending a spell slot. So every day you have one free smite, basically,
Good to know.
Nifty, right? Minor, little bonus, little minor bonus, but yeah.
Oh,
Same
really?
for you there, Jess, as well, if you haven't already added that. But yeah, once
I
per day,
did.
free smite.
I did not let Connor go on my turn for attack. I didn't know you can get a free smite.
Yeah. So paladins now get when they get the Divine Smite feature, it just says that like, yeah, you can use Divine Smite, but once per day you use it without expending a spell slot. So one level 1 smite for free, right?
Then I will refund 1 level 1 spell slot.
There you go. And then yeah, Jen, we totally forgot fucking Connor's turn. He was supposed to attack as well.
Yeah, it's gonna attack the Drider.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna use the advantage because I couldn't use it for anyone
Oh,
else.
oh, nice. There we go. Natural 20.
Because
Very
no one
good.
else can use it. Merrick is out of it, and Sintra's out of it. There's no one else
Yeah.
here.
Everyone ran away from your hawk. The bird
Yeah,
looks sad.
I'm gonna move it up, but
Nice.
yeah.
23 points of crit damage here. Very good. And then a strength save, right? As he's gonna try and restrain him.
Yes.
Here's the restrain. 11 fails. He's restrained.
Cool. All right. Yep. And that's Connor's turn.
Retroactively, a little going bad, but yeah, that's totally fine. Very good. Merrick, brutal strike that you land there, killing this creature off here. You still have a bonus action, I believe, and movement.
Yes. I'm going to fall back 30 feet. See the clouds come over the edge. Move.
Very
5,
good.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hey, come back! Hey, bub, come back! They're just sort of yelling from down below.
One more thing I forgot to do on my turn while I was back down here.
Yeah?
Use another Whales from the Grave.
Oh, yeah, send it to one of them, So what happens when you crit on the original attack? How many dice do you send there? How does that work?
Well, technically it's half of my crit dice, which is my sneak attack, which is 3d6.
6.
So
right?
it's it's 2d6 that for Whales of the Grave. So technically it would be 4d6.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah, send it. And which
Yes,
one?
it's
Any
on-
particular one or?
The Drider. I want to get rid of these Driders.
Oh, the Drider. Gotcha. Let's go.
So it's gonna be
The
4,
slash
6,
necrotic sort of slashes at
Strike.
him. Nice. 18 points. That's huge. Very fucking nice. Oh my god, you did so much damage. Plus for that turn, you did 86 points of damage with a singular strike. Hell yes.
And now time to fall back a little bit.
Absolutely
10,
devastatingly
25,
deadly. As you guys see
30.
Merrick land this brutal strike and then move like the wind, sprinting away. All right. Merrick, nicely fucking done. I believe that's going to be your turn.
It is.
Also, as a heads up, you guys, my internet's been sort of fluctuating a little bit, so if I speak over you guys, I apologize. I'm not doing it intentionally, I apologize. But yeah, all right. That's going to be your turn. Now the clowns. This one is going to run over here to start climbing this way. Then he's going to use a dash action, and he's going to get over here. This guy's going to climb up here. This guy's going to climb up there. Klaus, are you still 20 feet off the ground?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means this guy on this upper level who's 10 feet below can see you because the ledge is 10 feet and you're 20 feet up. He is going to use his fun gun to shoot you. Honk.
Which guy? This guy?
This guy down here. This is Captain Smiles. He's taking a shot at you.
Oh. Fuck you, Captain Smiles.
Captain Smiles, sort of deflated sound. The guy at the bottom can partially see you, Klaus. The also Binky, the guy who crit you last time. He's gonna take a shot at you, but you have 3/4 cover, so +5 to your AC. This is the Tommy gun, 15.
I will
+5
shield.
to cover.
That's.
You have +5.
Oh, okay,
for
okay,
3/4
okay. Then
cover.
I won't use shield yet. So.
Let's go.
This-
Also, Binky looks sad. Sad he didn't get to murder you. All right, there we go. And then Klaus the clown over here is going to look around. He sees the strange bird creature here. And then you see as he stares at all of you guys, and he puts his thumb into his mouth, and he blows. His head blows up to almost like 5 foot wide, like bloated up eyes and ears and everything, as he's going to use a bonus action to activate his phantasmal form. As he disappears, and where he was instead is a balloon animal that looks like him, that's sort of bobbing back and forth. As him and this phantasm begin to move. It is impossible to tell which one is him, or where he exactly is in that phantasm, as he is going to run on up to you, Geminara. Geminara, he's going to shake your hand. He approaches and holds his hand out. He tries to grab you by the finger and tries to electrocute you with his shock ability. That is a 15 against you, Geminara.
That misses.
I believe that misses, right? Yeah, very good. Very good, very good. Excellent. That is going to be all the clowns. It's Klaus, it's your turn. Klaus the sorcerer, of course.
Klaus
You
the
see
sorcerer.
down here, looking for where you went, is Harl Quinn, one of the clowns, who's looking around to see where you went.
Where I went?
Yeah, he's looking around, and you are comically above him, right? He's like
Oh my
scratching
gosh.
his head, looking around where you went. What you got?
I'm just reading my spells here.
It says
You know-
Eldritch Blast. It basically shoots a line
Yeah,
of power.
I
No,
know.
I'm kidding.
It is just that's what it feels like. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Yes. You know, I think we just gotta just
She's stunned.
Goes.
It's all advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I'm
have
just,
advantage all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I'm just I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we'll just send some. We're gonna send 4 Eldritch
Blast.
Blaster away.
Blast away.
First
And
one
again,
with the mark of
quickening
the
it
eternal.
here.
Yeah, so this is just the first one.
23
extra
hits,
3.
18 points of damage. Well into bloodied. Keep it up.
So
Look at that red getting redder.
Can-
30. Yeah, that'll hit. 8 points.
quicken, here we go.
More. Come on. It hits. Hits. That is 26 points of damage. With 25 hit points left, you kill the warlock there. As you, so what is this? Is this like a singular beam where you just like empower it further, or is it just boom, 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 like a barrage of attacks as you? Sintra, fucking died. It's fucking dead again.
That's like every game, dude. Let me kill something. Fuck.
Sintra, as you're running at enemies, they're falling ahead of you. Very good. Klaus, what does this look like? Is this like multiple blasts that destroy the body, or is this like one super empowered, like focused beam of like what does it look like?
Yeah, I think I see that she's stunned, so I just like keep shooting beams, and it takes off like her spider legs. I think it'd be funny just to like leave her like she just dies because her spider parts obliterated. I leave the like beautiful.
Oh, good God. You detonate her thorax, her massive abdomen, it falls to pieces, and she falls to the ground, and stunned effect like wears off her. Says, I'm alive. As she looks down, and the lower part of her body is just gone. Just a dark mush left there. She tries to horrifying, like, pull her guts back in. And it's like, falls back bleeding out. Most brutal way to kill someone I've heard in a while. Can I just remove the lower part of their body? God. All right. So, yeah, as you boom, destroy her. Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to move. These clowns suck. Yeah, I want to move like my 40. Was it?
Dun,
Is
dun,
how many?
dun, dun,
How?
dun, 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 dun,
It's
dun.
a 40 feet with the broom, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm
40
trying to
feet.
remember. 40 feet is what I thought. Okay, 40 feet.
Your
Yep.
magneto disc as you float around.
Yep. Come with me, Julio. Thank you.
There. Not bad shooting, Chief. Not bad.
Gives Julio a fist bump. Thanks.
Excellent. Klaus, mark off 2 gold. They mysteriously disappeared.
Okay.
All right. Klaus, that is going to be your turn as we go to the Drider Warlock. Oh, wait. No, we don't. Instead, Nizlek, welcome back, my friend. It is your turn. There is a few of these clowns left, which you have been fighting for some time. The clowns explode when they die in a burst of acid. Every time they've exploded around you, you have avoided it entirely using your evasion ability. Yeah?
Sweet.
There are some more enemies left to the south. What would you like to do?
Well, Niz is gonna move over here. I think that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You got big movements, yeah.
Yeah, I got 15 feet left.
Whew.
All right. And what's going on with this guy here?
He is an inflatable balloon animal of himself. He's just a giant inflatable thing. You're like, what the fuck? He's an illusioned individual now, but he is still inside of the illusion. You can still totally swing at him. This is an ability they can use to stealth around and sneak around, but they're just using it to be goofy.
Okay.
So you know he's inside. He's just put an illusion over himself.
Yeah, we're gonna take a swing at him.
Punch through the illusion. Yeah, let's go. 60 hits.
Sweet.
That is 12 points of damage. Bam.
Second attack.
Barely alive. Ooh, 11 misses, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna use another focus point for flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows, 2 more attacks. 22. He's back. He's back, baby. Let's go. Nice. That is 12. Oh, sorry. No, remember, the Eternal Summer is once per turn. So 9 points of damage here is more than enough to kill. However, as you boom, 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 punch into his chest here, you hear, oh no, what am I going to do? And he blows into his thumb. His whole body bloats up like a balloon and then pops with acid spraying everywhere as his squeaky shoes explode as well. His dying burst ability says that I need Nizlek, I need Geminara, and I need Kelpie to make a DC 12 dex save or take 10 points of acid damage as they pop. Nice. Nizlek, you succeed. You have evasion. You take no damage. Geminara, you succeed, but take half, so 5. And then, Jess, do you want me to roll for Kelpie, or you got it?
I don't have his sheet open at the moment.
You can always hold the
Actually,
Alt
here we go.
and double-click any token on the map to open their character sheet, but I got you covered. He succeeds. Oh, you did. We both did. Nice. Okay, totally fine. Succeeds. He takes 5, so half the damage. Nizlek, that's your third of the 4 attacks you can make. You still have enough movement. You can chase after somebody else, but I don't know if you do.
Okay, so I used my bonus action already. Alright, that's me.
Okay, nice and short, very good. Nizlek, Geminara, it is your turn. Time to finish this. This is the 3rd turn. At the end of this turn, the Phoenix friend of ours, Solus, will show up to finish this if we don't fight them.
Okay, question. You said that the staff came already as what thing it was?
The Staff
you-
of the 4 Seasons?
Yeah,
it was
you
in
said-
summer at the time,
Okay.
unless you wanted to switch it to something
No,
else.
no. She wants it to keep it that way.
Okay.
Is Connor stuck in this little web?
So at the start of his turn, aka your turn here, but his turn, I need him to make a dex save, DC 14, or he becomes restrained in the webs. He's restrained. So he is restrained by the webs while restraining the guy who restrained him. Right? So the two of them are just tangled up in the webs.
Okay, she's gonna use the staff of the seasons, and she's
Okay.
gonna put a fireball right here.
Oh boy. That's gonna hit Connor as well.
Yep, it's okay. He's a staff. I'll put him back in the staff.
He's a stick. It's okay. All right. Boom. A giant fireball goes flying down. These guys need to make dex saves. Your Connor is holding the guy, giving him the restraint condition, which says he has disadvantage on dex saves. So disadvantage for the Snake Man. Ooh, that's a 17 even with the disadvantage. The clowns down below. Captain Smiles fails. And then also Binky fails as well. Give me 8d6 damage. I believe the DC is your spell save DC. Yeah.
Oh, my spell save DC? It's a
Yeah,
16.
it uses.
It's 16.
It uses. Check it out here. It says in the thing. It basically uses your spell attack and spell save DC. Yeah. As you produce a fireball from the staff. Give me 8d6 damage. And also, I need you to roll for Connor as well, a dex save. Oh no, you did already. Never mind. I didn't see that.
No, that was for the web. I gotta
Oh,
make
that's for the
another
web.
one.
So one more dex save. And what's your DC, by the way?
16.
16. Okay, yeah. One guy succeeds. The Drider succeeds, taking
Yeah,
half.
Connor fails.
11. Connor also has disadvantage because of the web, but the web does burn up. Web is impacted and does burn up right away. As the guys down below take 22 each, they are both the guys down below, Captain Smiles and also Binky, are bloodied, very badly bloodied. The Drider is still bloodied, but he succeeds. All right,
Okay.
nice. Big fireball.
Yeah, I see Connor is kind of rough. And the other thing is dead. So I will come here. And because I casted it through the staff, I can still cast the spell.
That's right, yes. Your character works really well with, like, scrolls and staffs.
I can only cast a bonus action, correct?
Yes, that's what you have left, yeah.
Okay, Connor's gonna get a bonus action, a healing word, because that's all I got. So I'm just gonna stay where I am, since I don't gotta move.
Gotcha. Bonus action, roll it up. What level?
He's looking rough. I'm gonna give him my last 3rd level.
Ooh, okay, let's do it. So roll what you gotta roll, and then add a 3d4 as well. And you rolled 1 on one of them, so 4d4 as a part of the reroll as well. Okay, 1 became a 1 again, so nothing changes. So that's 12 plus 12 plus 11, 23. 23 healing to Connor. Let's go. Healing's better than ever.
And that is my turn because people are moving down. So the where this totem is fine. I can't move it anyway because I used my bonus action, but it's fine.
Gotcha. Gem, that's gonna be your turn.
Yep.
You can move on your mount if you want to, but we're gonna go over to.
Yeah. I'll move slightly away, just slightly.
Okay.
Don't want to be too far from them, but yeah.
Understood. Excellent. Sintra, it is your turn. There's a few guys left.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Some clowns and some driders.
I'm gonna run here and use a face step. Get right here.
Face step, let's go. What kind of season of face step is this? What happens after you teleport?
She is. I think it is. Summer at the moment. The fiery one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think
Which
it's
I
only...
believe says when you appear, people take damage around you. If I remember the Eladrin
Yeah, let
archetypes.
me pull it up.
Summer, you said?
Yeah, I believe that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately after you use your face step, each
Takes
creature of your choice.
3
Okay.
fire damage.
Yeah, nice. Kaboom! Up you appear, bringing flames with you. Nice. Okay.
And we will rotate our.
Legend are so
Venezuela.
good. This crazy movement.
25 and
Well, it's
Got-
oh yeah, you move your
Yeah,
oaths
moving my-
to him. Gotcha.
yeah, just assume it's always happening because it's free.
You're always just fighting one guy at a time. Very good.
Always just fighting
nice.
one dude at a time.
21 damage, huge. Give me one more like that.
We've got this happening too. Because I got 3 funded, so that's an extra 10 divine.
Nice.
Divine damage.
And,
Radiant.
yeah. Holy damage. Excellent.
An additional
And that's gonna be a
25.
kill for Sintra. Sintra, as you appear, that last hit is definitely gonna kill this Drider. As the snake is holding in the fireball exposed, the webs burn away. He's looking around. Ah, Dark Lady, hear me. Send someone for me. He turns. The fire begins to burn. What does this look like? What does this kill look like?
She appears. She's like, "Oh well, hello, I'm here for you." And then she chops off the leg. And then when he falls down, she chops down into his like neck, shoulder. Just...
Now, as we see blood splash up across your face there, as you smear it across, and of course it looks like a perfect hair, perfect makeup for whatever the blood was. Excellent. Excellent. Nicely done, Sintra. I don't know if you have any more movement, but
Nope,
I think it's your turn.
exactly 60 to get there.
Hell yeah. You still have no bonus action stealth, but never mind. All right, there we go. The Driders all dead. There's some clowns left. The clowns drop their little pistols and say, "We surrender." Do you guys still kill him?
Yeah.
Fuck these guys. Oh, Jesus.
As they're like, "We surrender." A blast from above as you blast into them here. The demon clowns are also destroyed as they attempt to like trick you, basically to see if you would waste your actions by being merciful, so they can jump you later. But nope, you kill them. Excellent. We can wrap up the fight right there as you see a wave of flame explode to the south of here, as rising magnificently from death pretty much itself. You see Solus, the Phoenix. He flies on over here, landing down. The fire burns away at the evil of these creatures. The Phoenix looks down to you all and says, "I apologize, little ones. I was struck by magic most terrible. Are you all well? Let me heal your wounds if you are not."
Oh, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, that would be great.
Behold,
Clown on my
power
boot.
of a phoenix. He caused unleashing a fucking infernal fire of gold flames that washes across this area, burning away the bodies of these creatures. But you guys feel rejuvenated by the flames here. In fact, Jiminara, there's a moment of sort of clarity here for you as the Phoenix's flame washes across here. The Phoenix's fire doesn't feel like it's burning anything here. In fact, Jiminara, it feels like the very beginnings of every single healing spell that you ever cast. That moment where energies of life come. That is what the fire of the Phoenix feels like. Okay? As he's going to expend his once per day rejuvenation ability here on you guys as well, as you guys, as a part of the next basically minute of him like conjuring this powerful fire, gain the effects of a long rest as you guys fully recover and regenerate. There. I hope you feel better now, little one. These villains try to strike us down, but our mission and its execution has on its back the fate of all of the Phalanx. We must continue, lest we wish to be ambushed again. Although, little ones, I admit freely, I realize now that my presence here might damn us in some ways. My bright flames cannot be quelled and therefore are visible to all around. I wish to take you along still, but do understand we might deal with more of these assailants. Unless, of course, you have some means of disguising me. I don't know how you would do that. I'm giant and made of fire.
Can you see through
So-
magical darkness?
I can see through magical darkness. In fact, my flames dispel all magical darkness
Oh,
around
shit.
me.
I like what you were thinking about.
So
but I
worry
still
not. We will
feel
not be
a
blinded by
giant
enemies'
cloud
shadows.
of darkness would still be just as telling.
Eh,
Orb
a
of
little
doom
less
flying across the sky.
a little less than the big, firebird.
Yes, because all the black storm clouds around here.
Gemini will raise her hand. Like, I can polymorph you into something.
You definitely could, but could I carry you still in a different form? I'm here to help you traverse the shadowed lands.
Solus,
Yes.
roughly how far away are we from our destination on foot?
He stares on out, says, we're almost there, but not too far.
Oh no.
Again, foot travel's relative. It might seem close, but it wouldn't necessarily be close.
We are about a jaunt or a jog away, depending on the time of the day. He looks on back.
I say we
says,
just finish it.
I could move as fast as wind itself and take you there as fast as I could. You would all have to find a way to jump from my back, however. I'm more than happy to storm whatever dark citadel with you, but to land and provide you a place to safely disembark would be too obvious for all who would see my flames in the sky. But if you were able to gracefully and safely land somewhere, they would keep their eyes on me.
I look over my spellcasting companions. Any of you memorized Featherfall?
What's
I
that?
just sort of misty step towards the ground.
I kind of just hop on my disc.
You expect me to jump off a perfectly good bird?
Yes?
Maybe not, if that is not an option. I will leave it to you all. Should we continue as we are, expecting more trouble along the way? If you have any illusioned spells to disguise me, that could work as well. Or should we just make it fast and violent like the flame itself?
A minor illusion, a mask on his face doesn't work.
There's a little face mask on him there. Says, not bad, but I feel like that's not the issue here. I have an idea, a plan that might be just crazy enough to work. This is gonna sound pretty wild, but what if, as we're arriving, you all strike me, slay me even, and my egg, like a meteor, lands into where we... that's maybe too crazy,
Yes. I'm a fan of extra, but that's a little much.
You're right. You're right.
Also,
So-
you're pretty powerful. It would take a lot to kill you.
Well, you can take like a few minutes or something. You guys are quite powerful yourselves. I've seen what you've done here. You needed my aid, not whatsoever.
Well, here's a question. Is there anything known in the Feywilds that would mimic the effects of Featherfall? I don't know, like an umbrella flower or something?
Well, give me a nature roll to see if you would know. Geminara, you can do the same if you want to. Mm-hmm. Sintra, you're a city girl. You don't really know much about like, maybe there's like a thing you could like know about and such. No, I don't think so. Geminara, you yourself thinking on it here, you think to yourself, well, there are jump shrooms, which are mushrooms that invert your jumping. I'll let you guys figure that out, how that works. You sort of think to yourself like, well, there's the there's the feather cherries. They do kind of do the same thing. There is a special plant that grows in the Feywild that lets you not slow fall, but quite literally double jump. It lets you jump once you're already in the air, right? So if you, I guess, time it, you could fall and then jump right before you hit the ground and just sort of fall slightly. Yeah?
I mean, they're plants. You want to look for them?
That's fantastic. That is a answer to our quandary right there. Yes, let's look for those.
Excellent.
Okay. You're all gonna eat them, right? You're not gonna like. She looks at Merrick and Klaus because they wouldn't eat the berries.
I don't know if I want to eat anything here.
Okay, well, he's probably gonna fall to his death. Yeah.
Well, at least he'll make a pretty splat.
He would, yeah. You know.
Hey? It would be quite pretty.
Like, I understand that you guys are adverse to a lot of things out here, but in the moment, something we can provide will help us with what we're doing. So, be a team player.
And what are we eating?
It's a berry that's gonna make you jump, and then you can jump again, so that way you don't die when you fall. That's it's not gonna turn your hair blue or anything like that.
Jiminar, give me a herbalism kit roll if you're proficient in herbalism.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, give me a roll using your wisdom here to find some feather cherries.
Slap her on the back. You can do it.
I will re-roll it. I have my inspiration.
Okay. Have a bardic inspiration too.
And the bardic inspiration. Nice.
D6.
All right. Add a d6. See if you can get a 50.
Hey.
Nice. Very good. You find a handful of these feather berries. Mechanically speaking, after eating this featherberry for 1 minute, the imbiber can jump after already having jumped or currently falling in the air. As long as you're airborne, you can jump one more time using the standard jumping rules in player's hand. Okay? So double jump, right? They give you double jump. They're really good for people who are really strong, like strength characters can jump quite far, right? But yeah, it'll help. It's pseudo featherfall. And you find a total of 8 of these feather cherries.
There we go.
All right. She's gonna hand one out to everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Solus looks to you all, says, all right, it is time now. We are close. Soon. You will be beyond my reach. I will do everything in my power to distract as many of these villains as I can. But I understand your mission is to go into the heart of evil, the nest of the spider herself, and find some great heroes. Once you delve deep into their territories, you will hear my voice as I fry away the evil that comes after me, hopefully buying you plenty of time. But I won't be able to come to you and help you should you need me. So just be prepared. Let us move. As he opens his wings out, ready for you guys to sort of jump on. As
I will climb up.
one by one, you guys climb on up. Look at each other like, okay. The Phoenix's flames having restored your vitality, giving you that full rest. You guys sail on out into adventure once more. And over the next few hours, you enter, now past the Fey Crossing, you enter the Court of Spring that has been lost to the Red Mist. Here, where previously bountiful fields of produce, massive trees beginning to sprout their first leaves, and long, bubbling brooks filled with frogs and fish are now contaminated and disrupted. Where once life began, now you see wastelands, marshes, and falling away of the natural way of spring. The farmlands turn to rot, their produce and fruits bubbling with strange red liquids that pop and burst into strange little mandrake creatures with maddened looks in their eyes. You see multicolored owl bears that once roamed these fields and rolled around in the tall grasses now have horrible mutations, more eyes like spiders would across their heads, multiple arms that stick out from all the wrong directions. You see walking amongst the fields, little dark kind of fairy creatures where previously they had little butterfly wings, now they have these like wasp wings that are cracked and broken, that almost look like sort of dried leaves of a dying tree. You see down below many Eladrin, mutated and changed, not into Eladrin of corrupted spring or Eladrin of winter, but instead something entirely different, the Shadow Fae. As they continue to sort of shamble and move on along, they're looking around, their eyes glow with the red, as you see monsters, strange giants that roam here, Fomorians, the dark giants of the Feydark, roaming about, one massive yellow bulging eye and the other small, barely visible boils that grow and strange sort of bubbling growth on their bodies as they drag their massive clubs around, all begin to turn and look up towards a flaming comet streaking across the sky. As you guys continue to move, you see as arrows and crossbows are fired, spells come our way, but Solus is a powerful phoenix. He endures all of it as it hits him. He sort of grunts in pain but keeps moving. Almost there, little ones. Almost there. As up ahead, as you pass the nymph fields, a set of beautiful little lakes and ponds that all sort of culminated together, each of which used to hold and house a nymph or a dryad of the rivers and the lakes here that would compete with each other in many songs and beauties and art contests. And now is a bubbling tar pit, every single one of them, with boiling sand and tar that pop and burst from below, as it seems those nymphs that lived there are currently stuck halfway, their bodies barely visible, heads sticking out, calling for aid and help, as a bunch of these little corrupted satyr creatures nearby are throwing rotten tomatoes and stones at them as they watch them gleefully sink deeper into the tar that once was their home. And then up ahead,
That's
finally.
depressing.
Crimes.
Up ahead, finally, you see the border, a row of trees as tall as 200-300 feet each. Every single one, almost like a pine Christmas tree, massive, covered in frost and snow, as a wall of winter rises here. And yet you see the trees are curving, their boughs falling, their leaves and sort of spines falling, as a dent in the realm here. A moment where the realm of spring meets the realm of winter. It seems to sort of be broken in a form of deforestation. Many of the trees have been cut down, and you see they're currently chopping away and cutting at the trees are Shadow Fae, these corrupted Eladrin creatures that are sawing away and cutting and preparing these massive things of wood. They're building something. They're gathering all of this wood. You hear a mournful cry as a treant is brought down and then sawed.
Who's that Pokemon?
As you stare on out, you see the wastes of wind. A massive tundra-like expanse. All the while, over the last 2-3 days that we've been traveling, watching all of these horrible sights, we have been pelted and attacked by just about everything that sees us, except for Solus is able to sort of regenerate, but his powers are slowly waning. Now, in the realm of winter, a phoenix is the weakest. As he... Oh, we're getting close. I feel it, but... I don't have much strength left in me, I think. And then I need you all to make a perception roll. It's interesting. Frozen tears. Oh, shit. Jiminar, do you have advantage in perception?
Yep, because of my shield.
What the hell? Hell yes. Nice. As you guys are flying here, okay, nice. Yeah, most of you here, Sintra, your eyes freezing over with sadness here as you look down to what has become of your beautiful home world, your planet, your existence, your realm. The rest of you guys looking on around for anything, any solution, saving grace, anything at all, until you all notice it here. You are currently flying through the wastes of wind. You've come across that border, but as you guys kind of just happen to look on around and happen to see behind you, you see a burst of red mist erupt into the sky behind you. You see far off, some miles away, a cavern, a massive ice cavern. And from it, as if a festering wound on this world, pouring forth from below, as if an eldritch chimney, a wafting of red mist bubbles out and is erupted into the air and the world around. And even on a 28 here, Jiminara, on a 25 and above, aka 28 for you here, when you look down far, far to the south, Jiminara, you see that red mist rolling across the lands, but some many days ahead of you, your eyes focus in, and you hear a sound carry across the realm, a battle cry, a roar of battle, a clashing of blades, a chanting of spells, summoning of wooden soldiers, summoning of snowmen to battle. Out there, far to the south, maybe the Story Woods, maybe the Court of Winter itself, you hear battle, as the Court of Winter fights. Separated now from the rest of the realms, the Court of Winter is fighting on. Out there, far away, the Queen of Night and Magic, the opposite to Titania, is fighting against this corruption. As you realize yourself, all those speculations that people in the Court of Summer had, that this is the doing of the Court of Winter, they sided with the Queen of Spiders, with Lolth. It doesn't seem to be true. They are just as much of a pain as we are. You hear a trumpet sound as unmistakably a person that you might have come across in the past. One of the most powerful warriors in the Feywild. You hear the battle cry of the Queen of Mammoths fighting against this corruption many, 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 many days of travel ahead. But you see that cave that belches forward all of that red mist. That is where the corruption is coming from. Solus doesn't notice it, right? He's still looking around. He's flying south, right? He's flying south, and he was told, like, where is it? Where is it? We were told between the wastes of wind and the nymph fields. I don't see it. Where is it coming from?
She would point to the cavern. Sintra, there's like a really bad battle in the south.
Is there?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So my home is dying too.
They're planning on trying to destroy all of it.
Well, you see her kind of like wipe some of the ice away from her eyes. We can't let that happen. We can't let our home die.
Did you want to help them in the south, or did you want to go to the cavern?
Well, if the corruption's in the cavern, that should help them in the court. It should put an end to it.
Okay.
After all, I mean, it would only buy a little bit of time if we went there, and that's days away from where we are right now, so... Kevin, stop the corruption. Get those heroes back.
Okay, she'll point to Solus on where to go.
Mm-hmm. He turns, he hears out towards the cries of battle. He kind of looks to you and... Very well. He spins around and begins to move further north. As you guys see at this point, at the mouth of this cave, and when I say cave, I'm lying. It is a 400-foot wide cavern space entrance. It is gigantic, right? It looks like the size of a city block, and it is maybe like 130, 150 foot tall. It is a gigantic cavern of ice and cold stone. Down at the base of it, you see indescribable amounts of corrupted fae. You see fae giants turn into these Fomorians. You see these shadow fae Eladrin. You see the dark corrupted satyrs. Armies of pixies turn into these wasp men. You see amongst them there some lords of the Archfey, some Archfey themselves that have been corrupted. You see down below the Queen of Birds that has been corrupted. You see the Moonlit King, who is sort of like the Archfey of the lycanthropes. You see that he has lost himself in madness. He is transformed into this like werebear creature that has like a wolf head on one side and like a shark head on the other side. He's just gone to madness. You see the River King as well, one of the elegant very used to be a very elegant individual, a powerful sort of ice mage fae. All of these names that you guys have heard in legend now sort of corrupted. As you see all of them begin to slowly turn and look on up. And they roar so horrible of tens upon tens of thousands of these corrupted Eladrin and Fae folk, all roar. The cave shakes. It shudders. Icicles as tall as buildings fall from above and smash into the floor as they all begin to roar and scream at this one singular approaching light. Solus looks to you all, says, this, my little friends, was where we say goodbye, yeah? I will delve into the cavern, and I will likely die. But that is a price I pay willingly and gladly if it means that all of you get a chance, at least a chance, to undo this great evil of Lolth. Thank you for traveling with me on this last journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
you for bringing us.
Thank you.
We couldn't have gotten this far without you.
Of course. Please, don't shatter on impact when you jump off of my back and make all of this a giant waste of time, alright? Now let's do this. He slams his wings together, rocketing into the air. As all of you are like, oh shit, like grab onto him here. And it's weird. It's moving flames, and yet they're, to you, tangible. You're able to grab onto them as if woven ropes. He launches himself, corkscrewing upwards as he begins to descend. You watch all of these corrupted archfey down below. The armies of their corrupted fey begin to conjure orbs of poison and necrosis of acid lob into the skies. As we see a, you know that scene in Sparta when they're like, we'll dine in the shade. What was the saying? I forget. Right?
Oh,
when they fire
our
a million arrows.
Our arrows,
right?
our arrows will blow up the sun, then we'll hide in the shade.
Yeah, so we'll fight in the shade. That's
Dine.
yeah.
Dine.
Dine in the shade, all right. As they fire off, and it is fully like just a wall of dark missiles and energy. As all of you look at this, all of you, by the way, badasses in your own fields, incredibly charismatic, strong, powerful, fast, wise, magically skilled, quick of wit and body. You look at something that seems to be doom coming for you, and an inescapable situation, the end, right? You see a wall of thousands upon thousands of entities firing every single power and ability and attack they have in your direction. You see charging towards it, Solus, the Phoenix, folds his wings in and begins to corkscrew through. Some of the beams and impacts hit him, sending his fire to be sort of causing it to disperse and dwindle a little, and another time, As down below, you see one of the archfey standing there, conjure a massive sort of orb of energy. Standing down there is just massive, like a minotaur, like a bull creature. This is Brother Ox, one of the archfey as well, who conjures a like a earth pillar spike thing and shoots it upwards thousands of feet as it impacts Solus through the chest. He pushes through it, and as he corkscrews over, flying like over the armies, like into the actual cave, he flings his body out, opening his wings, sending you guys rocketing off of his back into the cave. You guys lunge with such inertia and velocity. You are fired through the air as you feel the air, cold air rushing past you. The frigid air at the speed you're moving seems to be burning hot as the protection of the Phoenix fades from you. As Solus opens his wings out and looks over his shoulder, best of luck, heroes. Beams after dark magic impacts, arrows, slashes, all of these attacks traveling towards him, and then boom, detonate him as fire explodes atop this cavern, causing much of the top of the cavern to detonate and fall down to damage and injure a lot of these creatures, as you hear them all like celebrating the death of a phoenix. As you guys flung through the air, turn around, you see this cavern slowly slopes and then dips further and further below. As you launch, you begin to see the ground quickly approaching. Up in the distance, some few hundred feet ahead, you see walls of stone, of barbs and thorns covered in webs, a dark citadel, a city of some sort, a dark city built down here, covered in spiders. As you're rocketing towards the ground, you guys all having eaten those feather berries, can do your best to sort of jump and launch yourself here. Friends, I need, with the Phoenix's help here, giving you the help action for advantage, as well as those feather berries you got, I need you guys to make your choices of athletics or acrobatics roll to land safely. Yeah, you need a DC 12 to land. Yeah, you have advantage.
Ooh.
18.
Okay, good. We just need a 12.
Who's that
Nice.
Pokemon?
Oh,
Take my reroll. I haven't
your
used it
roll.
yet.
Okay.
Central just kind
15.
of reaches out, grabs her hand, and gives her an extra
Woo!
fling.
You see, as she's sort of falling there, Sintra, you kind of look over in time, your tears freezing slowly. You look over quickly, you see Jiminaro lose her balance for a second, and she's about to, like, she can't jump, right? She's, like, upside down, and she's about to hit the ground and just keep bouncing like a fucking skipping stone, right? You grab her by the foot and fully sort of bring her into your embrace as you jump and full on land there, either, like, her over your shoulder or, like, Princess, you, like, land with her, right? As
Full on
you guys
princess
land.
style. Just hit the ground, slide, got her.
Slide, you got her there. You guys look behind you, thousands of feet at this point. You guys will launch at such incredible velocity. You cross maybe like 1,200 feet or something more than that from the entrance of the cavern, where you hear now this such celebrations of the Phoenix die. Yeah? As you guys land there, look around quickly, find some refuge, hiding behind a large stone nearby. Yeah. You look ahead, see the evil that awaits, the citadel, the red, the origin of the red mist. This is where it began. Sintra, you think to yourself, this is where Alondra. This is what Alondra has been seeking for, the source of the red mist, the corruption of Lolth. It starts from here. How? You don't know yet, but that's not your mission. That artifact that holds her soul and the soul of the rest of these heroes is here, in that citadel. All we have to do is find it before it's too late.
How far from the citadel are we?
You guys are maybe like 500-600 feet from the citadel. To describe a little bit here, the cavern space ahead of you is maybe 800 foot tall or something. Massive cavern space we are in. You see dark crystals glowing with red and purple that illuminate faintly the space. The whole area is dim light. At all points of every moment that I describe from this point on, unless otherwise specified, we're looking at dim light. So like reduced visibility, advantage on stealth rolls, disadvantage on perception rolls, that type of stuff. Up ahead of you, built of thorns and dark black stone, is a massive wall to the citadel. The wall itself is absurdly tall. In fact, looking at it, it is at somewhere around 300 feet up before you finally see the battlements atop it. You see spider nests built and sort of woven with webs into sections randomly, seemingly, on the side of the wall here. And at the top of the wall, dots, tiny at this point. You see patrols moving on through. There is no discernible gate or an entrance that you see. Only a moat and some rivers that run through these sort of grated areas filled with bubbling acid. A moat around the wall here is filled with what looks to be some dark, kind of chemically red liquid with streaks of purplish in there. A liquid that none of you have seen before. Doesn't look like blood. Looks like sludge, like slime, or something like that. As you guys look on ahead and think to yourself, okay, there's thousands of people in there. This is the part where we have to not kill everything in our path. This is the part where we have to try to get over this ridiculously tall wall without being noticed, find this artifact, and unleash the trapped heroes and their souls.
When we get to the citadel, I can find the artifact for us. I'm really good at finding things.
You have a spell for that or something?
I do. Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Is anybody wearing heavy armor?
Me?
Central?
Okay.
Yeah. Paladin.
So whenever we're trying, just remind me whenever we're trying to do the stealth thing, because I got silenced ups. So
Okay.
That would be now, I think. We first of all got to figure out a plan. How are we going to get past the wall? Our first obstacle is a 300-foot tall wall. And for reference, 300 feet, right? We are looking at, like, it. We can barely see the top of it as we're staring from where
You
we
said
are,
it's
right?
plant, right? Like it's like bramble and thorn.
It seems to be like black obsidian, kind of infernal kind of looking stone, but it has these like vines that grow on through it, and they're all growing these like massive thorns. Each thorn is like 20 foot long. It almost looks like a spiked kind of exterior to it at times.
Is there any spot in the wall where it's just vine and thorn?
There are some. There's not a single one that just straight up like leads to the very top.
No,
but
no, no.
there's
I'm
definitely-
thinking more
Oh.
like if there's just like a hole that's like kind of like patched in with like bramble and thorn stuff. Like we got a druid. Maybe she could plant shape it open or something.
Give me a perception roll to sort of look around, or investigation. Although, no, perception here. You're a little too far for investigation.
7.
Looking around, you're not too sure. You're staring at this whole fucking thing. It's sort of breathtaking and intimidating at the same time. You're just sort of staring, looking for any entrances. I think with a 7 here, you look down to that moat. You're like, maybe we can swim through the moat. It does seem to have like a graded kind of openings. Maybe we can get through that. No, that thing, you look down, you see bones emerging from it. It's basically lava, right? It's gonna burn away everything. You don't see anything, any thorns, any cracks in the walls. But then again, you're starting to feel the chill in your summer Galadriel appearance right now. You are deep within the Feydark section of the Court of Winter, one of the coldest place amongst all of the planes. It is uncomfortably cold, and the rest of you guys are starting to feel your jaws begin to shiver, your teeth sort of clattering together.
Is there any more of those berries left?
Who has rope with them? And I begin to pull out my 2 bags that I've been carrying with me. And I bring out about 100 feet of rope.
Okay.
Also bring out my rope. That's what I was thinking. If you give me a
I'll
berry,
bring out my rope.
give me a
So
berry.
I can just fly up there.
Oh, there you go.
I was thinking if we have enough rope and one of you can fly up to the top of the wall to at least and use. Merrick pulls out some pitons and hammers.
Yeah.
If we can implant the rope at the top of the wall, we can just climb up.
In fact, I think I could even like put someone on the board and mentally command it, can't I?
Yeah, you can tell it just
Someone.
go up.
Yeah, so I could do that for someone who's more stealthy than me because I'm not like terribly stealthy.
So
So,
that's my job. That'll be my
Merrick,
job.
you want to take a spin?
Yep, and then I'll throw up my cloak of elven kind.
Mhm.
So, do we have more than 200 feet of rope here, or?
I'll give you my rope. I don't know if that.
So we're
That's
rocking
too-
100 from Merrick, 50 from Nizlik, 50 from Klaus, so we're rocking 200 so far. Right? We're
I
100
have
away from
hemp.
just being.
I have hempen rope.
Yeah, that's 50 as
That
well.
works.
Here's
That's 250.
50 from me.
Okay, we got 300 feet of rope, gang. Yeah, nice. Okay, you tie the rope ends together. You have a stable, very well prepared knot, tied rope. As you give I imagine all of it, like the bulk of
Yeah.
it, to Merrick here. As Merrick, I need you to make a stealth roll. As it is not just the guards, and the guards above, by the way, they're not looking down. They're not expecting someone to climb this. It's the spiders that are crawling on the side of the
I'm
wall. To see if
Going
they notice.
to give him inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Much
You
appreciated.
can do this.
I
You're good.
yeah, and I will also turn into a spider and climb up the wall with him, so that way I can try to like
Oh.
convince the spiders that he's okay.
No, he's cool. Let him be. Very good, very good. Juminara, you turn into a spider. Is it the cute spider again?
She's gonna try to look like the spiders that are here.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. So you
But
these
no
look
wig
like
this time.
like red tarantula spiders that are here, right? As you turn into one of them, no wig this time. Gotcha.
No wig.
As you come along with your spider climb ability, just up the wall, as Merrick Klaus commands the disc, and it begins to lift you upwards.
While they're doing that, can I change my season?
You have those berries. If you want to pop one of those, use one of those and change.
Yeah, I'll eat one of them, and I'm going to change to winter, just in case, on the off chance we run into somebody, I can be like, "No, they're my prisoners."
Fellow villain, good to see you. How's it going?
I'm gonna put that charisma to use.
Yeah, hell yes, hell yes. Okay, Merrick, can I have, Merrick and Geminara here, stealth rolls. Geminara, if you fail, you might be able to talk your way out with the spiders. And Merrick, you have advantage, of course. And a d6. All right. Geminara, a spider, and you're turning into a presumably giant spider.
Yes, I am.
A giant spider has a stealth bonus of 7.
Sintra,
Slowly 11.
what's your inspiration die,
D6.
Sintra?
Oh my god, 26 already. Let's see if you can break a 30. Ooh, 29. Incredible, incredible. You make your way up quickly. However, Geminara, as you are climbing up along, you hear this like clicking sound. You look on over and you see pulling out of a cocoon that it's spinning around. Some poor bastard that fell off the wall that the spider has grabbed and is now cocooning. It sort of looks off to the side, bunch of red eyes. You see a deadly looking large giant spider, much like yourself, a tarantula style spider, steps forward and stares on out towards you. You see its mandibles click, and in animal speech, you hear it speak to you. You are not one of ours. No taint on you. No bloodlust. No corruption. How did you get here?
Did you hear that big fire blast outside?
Yeah.
I was running from the fire, so I came in here.
You are not one of her children. But no worries. You will learn. As it sort of looks you up and down, Geminara, give me an animal handling roll as it sort of stares at you here, thinking of like, should I show you the ways of the Queen of Webs now or not? A 13. I think on a 13, let me roll. Oh, okay. Stares you up and down, says, "Pathetic wretch, out of here. This one is my feast. If I see you again around my webs, I'll devour you next, kin or not."
Okay, bye, Charles. And she's gonna keep moving up.
How did they know that's my name? And you walk back to the webs. As you climb quickly on up. Up top, we see Merrick emerge slowly. Merrick, you duck your head down as another patrolman comes on by. You see a woman pass on by with like a long white robe, sort of like a dress she has on, wielding dual little axes. They don't really look like big hand axes or something. They're small, kind of like, I don't even know what you would use them for. They almost look like torture tools, like a little scalpel blade instead. As she walks on by, sort of smiling to herself, looking around. Following after her are two large arachnid creatures. You see pale, milky white with blue dots and streaks across their bodies. Two large-sized spiders that are moving on through. Merrick, of course, having done your research before you underwent this mission here, you look to yourself like, some of the favored children of Lolth. Up on the wall here, we have some serious spiders. Not minor demonic spiders, these are phase spiders. Spiders that can disappear into pockets of reality and then, sort of a sneak attack someone from beyond without being seen. You wait patiently for them to sort of circle around. And Merrick, you can, with your pittance, just like secure it safely. On a 29 stealth, you can wait it out, take your time. It'll probably take 30-40 minutes to do it safely without being noticed, but no one's gonna notice you with a 29. Nah? Is there anything you wanted to do up here on the wall? You do see regular patrols every like 5 or so minutes. A guy or a girl comes on by with a giant, like, fucking eldritch-looking spider. These, like, phase spiders walking next to them.
Can I make a check to see if I can memorize their routine pattern? So that I can, so that way I can plan accordingly when it'd be time to, like, when the rest of the party gets up here, when to move, when it's a time to move, so we can avoid
time
patrols.
it perfectly. Yeah, very good. Give me investigation or perception roll here.
Let's do perception.
And I will give you advantage here because you are 29 stealth. They have no idea you're there. They're not really trying to do anything deceptive. They think they're by themselves. You have plenty of time to observe. 16 is good. You would think to yourself, like, okay, it's about like 6 minutes. They don't seem to be like rushing or dragging. So if we time it well, there's a moment here where they will sort of pass by each other back to back, and we'll have like a minute and a half, like a 2-minute period that we just have to hop on over the wall. But that you do realize, like, this does provide one minor thing. We, for sure, if we follow this plan I've set up, we get past these guys without them like noticing. Yeah. In that window of time, as you're sort of testing this theory, you look down on the other side of the wall. Sheer fucking drop, 300 feet. You think to yourself, like, all right, there seems to be a big courtyard down there, multiple barracks and like training areas, and you see a massive sort of like a wood logging, like wood cutting and refining some sort of an area. They're cutting wood for something or making. Yeah. You look down and you see a bunch of just like workers and slaves down there. As you think, we're way more likely to be noticed if we just fucking fireman pole, like, slide all the way 300 feet down. So we can make it over the wall, but we gotta be stealthy down the side of the wall as well. How do we do that? So we can for sure get up? How do we get down on the other side?
How
many berries do we have?
The bouncy bears, they only have 2.
Yeah. You guys found 8. You used 5 to get down, so you should have 3, I guess.
Well, Klaus can fly down.
Well, I was about to say,
Jimnar
fly
can turn
down,
into something
yeah.
small. Then
Right.
the other 3 of us can take
Exactly.
the berries.
That's what I was thinking.
Clever, yeah.
I mean, I can
All right.
climb down one as a spider. I don't need to jump down. I can just climb down.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Except the spiders seem to be able to like differentiate you from their own corrupted kind, but you don't think most of these people around here will be able to look at you being a spider and be like, wait a minute, that's not an evil spider, what the hell? Right, so yeah. Friends, this is the time when we do this group stealth check. Whatever bonuses we have to throw on this, right? This will be our stealth check up and down the other side. We figured out a way to do it. Now we just gotta not roll horribly. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
We are in dim light, which gives us advantage on stealth. All of us have all the time here in dim light advantage on stealth, right? There's often patrols, and we figured out a good time to jump into it here. So I'm gonna say, usually this would be a group stealth roll of 20. We need an average of group stealth roll of 20 combined average. However, because of Merrick's investigation, I will lower that DC by 5. So we need a group average of 15 to get up the wall and down the other side of the wall without being noticed.
So with my silent steps on Sintra, will she get advantage now?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it here for the silent steps to sort of not only negate the disadvantage, but to instead give advantage because of the dim light and everything, yeah?
And then
Amazing.
So I have a 12.
Ooh. Okay. Hey, by the way, this is the kind of situation. This is one of those situations where if we have someone with pass without trace, we're golden. But I don't know if we do.
I think I can, but I can't as a spider. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, don't be a spider then.
He has to get down.
I mean, plus
the
10.
wall, right?
Yeah. How many people can fit on my discus?
You and one more person, I'll say.
So I could carry someone down with me.
You and Nizla can be on one thing, and you or Merrick, maybe.
I would appreciate it, as I have no way of traversing down this wall.
Okay, hop on.
Well,
Once we get there.
I'm here at the top of the wall, waiting for you guys to come.
Oh,
in.
gotcha.
Yeah, he's got the rope ready for you guys to climb. As Merrick, you figure out some sort of a signal, right? What's the signal down all the way below where your party will see it to be like, okay, now go, 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 it's ready. Shoot a flare. It's true.
Well, I'm looking through my spells. See if I see anything.
It doesn't necessarily need to be a spell, right? It could literally be you grabbing one of these crystals and shedding the reflection of the light off of your rapier's tip or something, or maybe a mirror that you flash some light with or something, like whatever, right? Or it can just be like a spell of some sort.
Actually, my little mini flame elemental, I'll kind of put it over the edge
Ooh.
and do a little like a little pale like pulse. Nothing
Yeah,
not
a
too
little Morse
noticeable,
code.
but enough.
Yeah.
But enough to give like 2 flashes for.
Yeah.
Boop.
Super clever. Super clever. Okay. Boom, boom. You guys see the symbol, like, okay, let's go, let's go. Jiminara, are you gonna be a spider? Or, well, there's no reason you can't be both, right? Because, Jen, the pass without trace is 1 hour, right? If you want to spend the spell slot for it, you could do that and then become a spider and do both.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I would do that.
Okay. That means, friends, that's plus 10 to everyone's stealth rolls with advantage, and the DC is 15 total. Give me the rest of those rolls. We got Nizlik with a 30, Klaus with a 20, Sintra with a 22, Geminara with a 31, and then the rogue himself, Merrick. I need a roll from you as well here. Your roll was good, but we need another roll for like getting down the other side. 19.
Oh, we have to do 2 rolls? 2
29.
rolls?
No.
Okay.
We need to roll as a group here. This is a group skill check we're doing. Yeah. So 20, 10, 12, 21, 19, plus the total of the bonus is 50. I mean, I'm pretty sure here, but on average, friends, yeah, the DC was 15, right? We got 26.4. Very nice. Without the pass without trace, we would have gotten a 16. So we would have been fine, right? We got some high rolls in there. All right. Very good. As you guys all climb your way up, look around like, okay, it's time. You slide over the other side. A giant spider, Geminara, carrying one person. Klaus on a disc, floating, carrying one person. That's 4. So it's gonna be Merrick and Klaus, and Geminara, you're carrying. Well, realistically, you can maybe carry 2 people, unless we have anyone who doesn't need to be carried down by a spider.
Yeah, I mean,
But I think you.
I think that's fine if someone else needs it.
Just do the little double jump thingy. Whee!
You plunge down, do the double jump here. Once again, the double jump thing is easy. It like happens fast, but I do need that athletics or acrobatics roll for those of you who are just using the double jump fruit, the bounce berries, the feather cherries. It's a DC 12. That's an 11 for you, Sintra, here. Sintra, unless you have anything to add to this, You might take, you'll jump, but unfortunately, maybe a little
I'm just
too
gonna use
early.
I'm just gonna use face step towards the end and just
Face
land
step?
in a
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
I'll allow
well,
it. I'll allow face step for advantage, we'll say, here on the roll to give you an easy 24. As, yes, you can make your way down. You guys climb all the way to the bottom. You're now on the inside of the wall of the Dark Keep. Up ahead, you see the following. The crowded, narrow streets of this citadel are filled with despair. Individuals chained and bound by ropes and spiked sort of whips seem to be displayed and prostrated in front of the public here at a small public square. People lifted onto massive pillars and strapped onto them, currently being tortured gruesomely by driders. You see a Ladrin that have refused to give in to despair and corruption, defiantly, currently being punished for that bravery here. They cry out in pain and grimace to their torturers as a large crowd of Shadow Fae, these Elven, Eladrin folk, the Dark Satyrs, the Pixies, the Wasp folk, all just observe gleefully, the torture. From here, you can see 3 sections of this here city. On your left, you see what looks to be an industrial area. Wood and metal is being cut and prepared. Although you notice that no Fey folk work there, only the giant, the Fomorian, the Underdark giant, or Feydark, I guess, giants. As you immediately kind of look over that way, Geminara and Sintra, you feel your skin crawl immediately. As you see the giants scraping away with what looks to be iron. The great enemy of the Fey folk. The most powerful allergen of all in the Feylands. You see iron, you see steel, as it's being prepared, made into something. On your right in the city here, you see massive, multitudes of massive barracks and training facilities that have been set up. They're crude, 2-story buildings mostly, with large courtyards equipped with many kinds of sort of workout and dueling equipment. Bows, staves, all manner of like blades and such that are being prepared and used by all manner of torturers and soldiers here. Further on ahead, in this area also you can see what seems to be a massive prison area. Further to the north, finally, you see what looks to be a massive citadel. The citadel itself towers against the back of the cavern space. It is built on what look to be strange stalagmites and stalactites, making the bottom of the back end of the cave seem like a giant mouth closing in on itself. In between the teeth, you see long passageways of vine, long wooden vines, all about 40 foot wide or something, covered again in those massive black thorns that rise from them, as some of them seem to form paths that eventually go to different levels of this fortress in the back. You see crawling across the top of the fortress are gigantic spiders, and I truly mean gigantic. You see like 15, 20, some 30 foot tall spider monstrosities that are just sort of crawling across everything. As you guys glance on up ahead, where should we proceed?
Well, if I was to wager, I'm pretty sure in that citadel is where they're going to be keeping that artifact.
Do none of you here have any spells that could precisely locate what we're looking for?
That would be me. but it does have range. So the closer we are to the object, or at least a potential hiding spot, the better it is. If I do it out here and it's not even anywhere nearby, nothing.
You won't even know.
Correct. It has range limitation.
And that range is like
1,000 feet.
1,000 fey feet or 1,000 actual feet? It's important question.
Who's
Uh,
that Pokemon?
That direction, 1,000 feet. I don't know what your unit of measurements are versus ours.
You just keep saying I could
just-
be there in a step or I could be there in like days, so
Well, yes, that's as you travel. That's not distance relative to a spell. God, I thought you were smart.
Alright, then why don't we try and get closer?
Klaus is not smart.
That would be preferable. If we can get closer to it, then I'll use it.
Alright, come on. We got some rotations in 6 minutes. We have 1 minute windows in order to get by them without being seen.
Then we best
Okay.
get going.
Merrick will
Okay.
then start to lead the way.
Central walks
You-
exactly like Merrick.
Klaus will walk exactly like Sintra.
Excellent. As you guys follow after each other, and we're heading towards the castle.
Yeah.
Okay. Stealthy, quiet, as shadow and night itself. The party continues to move through the street here with silent steps and cautious glances before every turn we take. We see a little montage of you guys moving through the city. Scenes of horrifying spider monstrosities, demonic creatures, tapestries made of flayed skin of the innocent, upon which are described demonic rituals of becoming more powerful, of treachery, commandments of loath. As you pass some of these, you see a small gathering towards the town square. Sound of reveling in torture spreads like a disease from here. As you see there, standing upon a risen platform made of wood, observed currently by a group, a large group of Driders, of Dark Satyrs, and Shadowfang, is a beautiful looking woman, or the top of it is, of course, and the lower part, again, of a Drider, of a spider. You see as she speaks with full devotion and belief, she calls out, "Soon, brothers and sisters, soon. The red mist eats away this realm. You were once trapped, confined, by hope, by desire, by love. All of it a poison ravaging your minds. But worry not, brothers and sisters, for she has come to us. The beautiful she, the first she, the everything she. She has brought gifts, beautiful gifts. All you need give is devotion. Give your bodies, your minds, and she shall grant you ascendance, clarity, power. Everything we ever wanted, she offers freely. All we need to do is kneel. All we need to do is kiss the ring. Her plan unveils itself even now. All who could stand against her are defeated. All who could defeat her are gone. Soon, the red mist will pierce fully beyond the veil. All realities will soon be infested by her love. And our devotion will drive her to her true goal. Vengeance. Vengeance against those who turned their back on her oh so long ago. Soon, she will walk all the realms again, and it will be our love, our devotion, that lets her walk free. So kneel, brothers and sisters, kneel to her, kneel to her, and worship.
I really want to go kill her.
You see all of them beginning to kneel like, yes, I feel her love, her devotion, her tears, her joy. She is with us. As all of these voices begin to meld together in sort of maddened worship. As this sort of archpriest of hers, like, just sort of laughs along, yeah? Now...
And you said,
Uh-huh.
I was clarifying, you said this archpriest is Drider, or?
It seems to be. It definitely seems to be. Now, I will say here, the party is, our original party, of course, is all dead. But this is only for us, like, the audience, right? Atop the body of this spider, lowest spider body, standing there professing her undying love, as it seems to be, as in her death, the head matron Viver Katan, the one that we slew at Doomeran, the final boss, the archpriestess. You see, she's now a Drider here. That, of course, is for us, the audience, right? As the party has no clue who this person is, other than like a mad devotee,
Oh my
right? As
gosh.
she laughs and spreads the word.
Actually, would I know from reports?
You would know from the reports and the description, as you like. That can't be. Talion put an arrow through this person's head. That can't be. It seems that this divine punishment, as it's believed to be, a blessing amongst the people of Lolth's worship, has fallen onto this Viver Katan, the most powerful cleric of Lolth.
How is that monstrosity still alive after 4 years?
Seems she got the better end of the deal than our heroes did.
Well, we're here to do a
Yeah.
job. Let's.
DM, approximately how from our hiding spot, but how far away is the Grand Cathedral?
There's no grand.
Gee,
There's the
the
castle. You mean like the
castle.
fortress? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's maybe now like another 200-300 feet from you. You can like see it down. So the problem is like it doesn't have a main door. Like I said, it's a bunch of like vines, thorny vines that like rise, and they're all like 40 foot wide and 40 foot, like gigantic, right? And they sort of go and burrow into the fortress at different levels. They seem to be 4 levels to the fortress, but it's maybe 200 feet at this point.
Central?
You just need to climb up one of those.
Can I do the honors?
Well, if we could get a little closer, this 300 feet away still. Yeah, it's 300 feet that it doesn't reach.
What spell are you talking about?
Locate object.
Locate object is 1,000 feet,
Yeah.
It's like radar. It's just a ping.
for like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's why she wants to be as close as she possibly can. 'Cause
Yep, yep.
300 feet away is 300 feet less that it reaches. So she's gonna keep scurrying towards the building. Come on.
Okay. You guys see Viverkton professing her undying love. So worship now. Worship the love she gives us. And you see all of you look this creepy look in her eyes, right? Just fully red glowing eyes with the very center of the pupils that are black. Gigantic smile. And you see where previously she was a mortal woman, an elf, right? A mortal elf. Her lips now crack and kind of zigzag down the length of her jaw all the way to the back as her mouth opens down and outward. predator mouth, right? As she opens out and laugh, as you see two red sort of long tongues swirl underneath from her throat. As people are here horrified of her and in love with her at the same time. As that is one of the sort of Lolth's commandments, right? I'm paraphrasing, but it's sort of like, be afraid of how much you love me, yeah? Right? As you guys continue, you climb onto one of these. So the decision now is which way. We have these thorn roots that grow and burrow into this keep at 4 different entrances, 4 different levels, right? The widest at the bottom, the middle, towards the top, and the very top. Which tier are we gonna go to?
Am I now at the base of the keep?
Yeah, you're pretty much at the base of
Okay.
the keep. It's less than like 100 feet in front of you.
How tall is the keep overall?
The keep itself is maybe some 150, almost 180 feet.
Oh, well, perfect. Then yes, I will. From here, I'll cast the spell.
Okay, find object, locate object. Sintra, what does the ritual look like? What does the spell casting look like, right? Do we just see you close your eyes, and when you open them, they're glowing, and we zoom in on you real tight and go, and you say like, I see it, I know it, right? Or is it like you do a little musical ritual, and we see musical notes like pointing the way, kind of like Witcher vision, but with like, you describe to me, what does this look like? Yeah, as you do locate.
So, when she sits there and casts this spell, there's this moment where there's this like little like swirl of like ice forms in her hands and like bursts into like some snow and very rapidly like rises up, and there's this like almost like little twinkle of like frost in the air from like fine, like very fine snowflakes in the air, as like swirls up around into the palace, and it like spreads throughout it and does its whole like the spell kind of like goes at once, as like the snow and the frost just kind of like blankets everything briefly to give her ping before it all comes back to her, and then she kind of like learns a location if it's there.
Hell yes. As you focus in on that, you see the castle in front of you, these massive roots, the horrible buildings around you, the spires with these like spider nests built into them. All of it begins to kind of fade until you can only see the walls of the buildings, just the outlines of their structure. And through all of that, you see a single point of ice gathering as a focus to your vision here. A orb that slowly forces itself into a cube-like appearance on the 3rd of the 4th layers of the castle. You see directly where to go. It's not the very top, it's the level right underneath.
All right.
And you see one of these massive roots that sort of curves into it.
She kind of like, she's like sitting there like looking up, like you see her like head kind of like crane up, and she follows, and then she steps back and like examines this root. All right, this root, 3rd floor up, we can take it directly there.
Aye, aye.
Let's move.
You guys quickly begin to move here. You still have some time going to concentration, Sintra here, 10 minutes, right? Which is more than enough to get there. You guys begin to move quickly. Yeah. Again, every once in a while we hear this like screams, and we look up and we see spiders that have these like kind of like thin, wet membrane connections between their legs. Flying spiders, right? Full on like bat wings in between their like spider legs, like membranes that have grown in between, as they kind of continue to fly around. As you guys duck, hide behind some of these big thorns, eventually arrive onto this buttressed level of the castle. You hop off of the root here, and you see the root has fully sort of drilled its way through the wall, creating a massive opening. Yeah. Again,
Well, that's
very
interesting.
stealthily. We see some patrols go by here and there, spiders crawling, but again, with incredible roll of stealth, you guys continue your way through. You enter a long corridor. You see here, with all the guards that you have surpassed and sort of went by already, is a singular door, a symbol of the spider goddess, appointments. Massive door, maybe 40 foot high, some 60 foot wide, gigantic door. It looks. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'll say, well, it's behind that.
Do we have
Again-
a way to
Go ahead.
go ahead?
Again,
I was gonna say if we,
fucking me. I keep interrupting you guys. I apologize.
Do we have a way to get past it?
Merrick, yeah? From the reports you've gotten, you're like, oh,
Who's
it's
that
the same door.
Pokemon?
You remember when Talion sent you a report that said to get into Doomeran, on the side of the mountain, there was like a gigantic door, and it was protected with a bunch of like illusions and powerful magics of the Spider Queen and stuff like that. It's the same exact door. So there's two ways to get in, if what he told me before. One, to dispel it, blast it away. Apparently last time, one of the members of the party, this Alondra, dispelled it with incredibly powerful dispel. Or if you are a follower of the Dark Queen of Spiders, the door will simply open for you.
There's two ways to get in past this door. One is to be a follower of the Betrayer God, the Spider Queen specifically, or we have to just dispel the door, and whatever arcane enchantments have been cast upon it.
Look to Klaus.
Klaus looks around at everybody.
Klaus looks over to Nizlik, like, well, go wolf guy.
Geminara will raise her spider hand.
Spider light comes out.
Oh, you can dispel magic.
Yeah, I could do that. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay,
That'd be great.
she'll drop out of her spider form and she'll cast dispel magic on the door.
Okay. You go back to yourself. Look amongst yourselves like, okay, let's do this. You begin to conjure your spell. The greenish, vibrant magic that you hold begins to swirl around you. Arcane glyphs begin to appear, form into geometric shapes as you blow it forward. This orb of energy sort of that you conjure. Actually, you tell me, what does this dispel magic look like? Is it like a blast wave of geometric arcane shapes? Do we see a vibrant wind wrapping around it and leaves like shredding away at the magical defenses? What does this look like? Yeah.
Should we want it to look like a stag, like how Oberon looks, blasting through the door, breaking the magic?
Battering ram. My God, hell yes. You unleash forward this stag. It charges forward. Its elk-like horns impact the door, and then fully gonna shatter into misty wind. As the door shudders for a second, and you see the runes all turning off. As you dispel it. The door sits there as you guys kind of approach slowly together. Push the door open. This loud groan of wood that shunts it open. Slowly you guys enter.
Okay, can I ask real quick? What's our exit strategy?
Great question, because we have to get this back to Summon Court, right?
Yes. Yes. All the way back.
It's a long way.
Oh,
As
well, we follow the basic road plan. Make the plan, execute the plan, anticipate the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
Make up another plan as we go. Got it.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say follow the yellow brick road, but okay.
No, that's Oz. That's a completely other side of the Feywild. That's like the
That's
south
how
of
you lose
Feywild.
your soul. That's how you lose your
Yeah.
soul here. Don't joke about that.
Yeah, if you follow that road, you turn into a Fey.
Oh.
Klaus, you imagine yourself with like accentuated eyebrows, like vibrant hair, like beautiful apparel. Nah, things are a little crazy here.
It doesn't work that way. Only the ones that are born here are pretty. If you turn into one, you become like a red hat or something.
Citra, do you still feel its location?
That's it. You're like, oh shit, right. Look up ahead.
Yes.
You see the trail up ahead, but it's what you guys see next that sort of throws you off. As you guys enter here, the walls are the first thing you notice, and it kind of surprises you very much so, because the walls are made of what looks to be a wax-like material. Folded and sort of muddled together, bumps of it that sort of dangle off the side of the walls here, as there is a smell in this room, like a honey sweet smell. And the moment you guys begin to inhale it, you feel this haze. Your minds begin to kind of wander a little bit as you see this like red mist floating everywhere around in this room. And before you sort of know it and you kind of look on ahead, you see that the floor as well here is made of these giant like wood and these vines they've been walking on outside. It seems that they've sort of built the castle around these vines. You begin to walk past small puddles and pools of, again, that kind of like purplish red liquid that once again don't seem like any kind of liquid you've ever seen before. You see small roots and branches that have been severed, made into whole platforms of 30, 40 feet across that you can even stand on. And then you stop and realize that you're looking at something quite inexplicable. As up ahead, you see a empty vastness of, as if like astral space. You see strange, vibrant colors of yellow, red, and purple that kind of mingle together in a moving mist-like effect. And the roots reach out to a circular platform that seems to be just sort of like floating there. As you guys look around and realize the walls are kind of opening outwards until it seems like this is sort of like an infinite expanse that you're in, rather than quite like a physical room that you're inside. At the back of it, where the roots reach, a circular platform has grown from its center a tree. The root of the tree goes up and down at the same time. The central platform is a root upside down. When you look up, a tree, a trunk of a tree goes up about 600 feet and then disappears beyond your vision. It does the same at the bottom, where it grows down and then sort of disappears in the mist. And there currently on this circular platform, you see someone. You see a small, old man.
Oh no.
Bald of head, wrinkled, yellowish of skin, sun-bleached and blotched, sort of little kind of pores, as you guys enter this truly fey, truly mystical place. I'm going to move you guys to a map. All of you should be able to see it. We entered from the south here, the walls of wax, and then everything began to sort of open outwards to what seems to be some fugue state-induced appearance. As standing there currently is a very dangerous old man that Merrick and Klaus instantly recognize as the Archmage Trent Ickathon, the man who betrayed the Empire, the man who has allied himself with the Dark Powers for what he justified as means to return Empire, his beloved home, to its proper ways, to undo some great injustice that was done to his own home. A madman, some would say, but undoubtedly the most dangerous man in this room. Or so you think. You hear as he is looking up ahead, at the center of the root, where the root sort of open up, there's a little room in there, a little space of strange concentric circles and arcane runes written on the floor, and floating there just off the ground is a Rubik's Cube device that resets and click, 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 moves itself non-stop, changing its faces and appearance. You see Cathan groan at it as you guys are all kind of stealth behind him looking on up ahead. You hear him call out, loudly exclaim, I didn't quite expect you to be here already, yeah? I'm not done yet with my work. You guys look amongst yourselves here. You hear him say, our deal is not yet finished, so leave me to it. This puzzle is too complicated to solve. Using it once was easy enough, but its maker ensured that. At this point, Nizlik, you gain the worst headache, and you are a man of many hangovers. Your mind is ruptured by images of thousands of years of punishment and enslavement. A dark gift given to your people for eternal servitude, a poisoned apple slipped into the basket, and devotion that your people never won. A sense of anger begins to build in you, Nizlik. But for the rest of you guys here, it is bone-chilling, paralyzing fear as a single word is uttered by this entity. Now, little wizard. The roots shake. This whole room, this reality-defying room, begins to tense, like something improbable, impossible, eternal, and infinite has just entered this space. As you guys see, down the tree, stepping, defying gravity, as spiders tend to do, is the largest entity you have seen in a long time. An 80-foot tall spider grafted onto a body of a woman. You see there armored chitinous plates covering every single one of its many dozen spider webs, a massive abdominal thorax, and a sting of a spider the size of a load-bearing structure's pillar. Atop it is the body of a beautiful woman, a dark elf of perfect features. She's the love of your life. She's the person you trust the most. She is yours and you are hers. She's everything. And yet, the smile holds 1,000 miseries, 1,000,000 disasters, an age of despair in a single smile, a crown of dark black iron, 6 arms, 3 pairs, each holding a different weapon or a mirror that she looks at herself with. No doubt, not a single moment of doubt that crosses any of your minds as you, mere mortals, behold in front of you divinity. There she is. Largest, most imposing, most powerful, undefeatable. Eyes, dark red. In between her chitinous place, a red mist falls to the ground. standing in front of you there, holding many a weapon or spell in each different hand, is Lolth herself. Not an image or an avatar. This, those of you who understand the gods and the divine, this is what our minds have conjured. This is what we imagine this goddess to look like, so our fragile minds wouldn't break upon the divine's true appearance. In the RP Wildemount, sorry, the Art Wildemount chat, this is display of what we're looking at. As you see her crawl down the side of the tree, Trent Ickathon takes a half step back, as Lolth, the goddess of treachery and betrayal, of spiders and poison, looks down and says, I have given you plenty time, little wizard, and I grow bored of waiting, This little scheme of ours only works if I get my hands on their champion, the Taskmaster. The Task Hands. Their bravest, purest, the most redeemed, the most brave. His is the sacrifice. His is the fall that marked the beginning of our ascension. So tell me, withered, poor old man, what is it that holds us back? If not your lack of prowess. You see Trent gonna look up and say, it's not that simple. This item is a lot more difficult than we originally predicted. It seems that putting people inside of it, souls living or dead, is much simpler than getting anything out. After all, this little box here, this prison, was intended for much bigger, more powerful creatures. It was intended for you and your siblings. The man who made it was the one that you all tore to shreds to start your calamity. Vespin Cloret, was it? Lolth scowls, then smiles. A simple mortal fool. You don't want to play the same part he did, do you now, little man? He sort of grits his teeth at that. No, I do not. And Lolth sort of smiles, says, then you will learn how to unlock his eternal puzzle, and how to get the task hand out. He has been tortured for long enough. Spirit of his beloved, there with him for eternity. What sweet suffering. Make it happen, wizard, or our deal ends sooner than you'd like. What's another soul to a goddess? Trenticada looks up, says, careful now, goddess. If you didn't need me, you would have gotten rid of me long time ago. But the truth is, Vespin Chloris was the greatest genius this world has had. He was clever enough to build such a trap for gods. If you knew how to solve it, you wouldn't need me here, now would you? A 60-foot long leg slams him in the chest, piercing him through the body and pinning him to the floor. As he falls to the ground, blood explodes from his chest. As she makes this face where her face opens up like there's 3 sets of mouths that open, and 1,000 baby spiders, each the size of a large dog, crawl out of her mouth and begin to crawl across her body. Careful now, mortal. Insult me once more, and this need for you ends immediately. As he puts his hand up, and you see he's doing some little magic to fix his fucking heart that has just been exploded by her. I overstepped your kind ladyship. I sets out some blood. Apologize. She retrieves this massive fucking spider foreleg as he rises to his body, bleeding there. She says, "Good. We still understand each other. How fine of a henchman you've shown to be, Ikathon." He fucking loathes this power dynamic in the moment, right? But he nods his head. Anything for you. Anything for my country. My promised kingdom, And she nods to that, of course. Now back to work. I'm getting impatient. And she turns and begins to walk up the tree for hundreds and hundreds of feet until she is no longer in sight. Ikathon looks up and says, "Foul spider bitch. You'll pay for this yet." Once the cube is emptied of its current denizen, he smiles and looks up. Need to fix this wound first. He taps his staff, a little teleportation circle begins to appear, and he disappears, leaving this place entirely vacant.
Oh shit, how far am I? Damn it, I'm too far.
You're right where you are on the map.
I'm gonna jump on my horse and speed up there.
Okay?
Double
Way
dash
too far.
and go get
You
that
rush
thing.
it up. Your body slams into an invisible wall once you get to the first line of arcane string there. As you're and full off the fucking boom, slam into it as you slide down off of it. Kelpie is fucking on the floor,
Wait,
disoriented, like what the
so
fuck just happened?
He left the thing here. He didn't take it
He
with
left
him.
it. It's just chilling right there in the middle of all of these magical circles, and Lolth went up the tree.
Okay.
I like to. Merrick would like to try and stealth as close as he can to the platform.
You can. You absolutely can. As you move your
There's
way
no
on
way.
up.
There's no way Trinithon would let this thing undefended.
I agree.
Well, you do
Well, I
see
just
this
found the
Sintra
invisible wall.
slam into an invisible wall once she gets to this first line of arcane powder on the floor.
Okay.
Those lines you saw at the base of the tree, at the center of the reverse tree, as we'll call it from now on, there's something preventing any of you from, like, you slam into it, it doesn't explode or anything, but you're like, come on, it's fucking immovable. It's not moving an inch. It seems to be sort of an invisible wall.
Can you just like
Can I
phase
use-
step?
Well,
I want to try something.
Okay.
Merrick is going to like close his eyes and extend his like divine gifts from the matron and use a divine sense. See if I can sense anything off or like a weakness perhaps.
Yeah. Absolutely. The cube in question that is sitting at the very middle of it is emanating a powerful infernal energy. It has infernal runes inscribed into the spaces, I guess, of it's a Rubik's Cube, right? It's a little Rubik's Cube device. Each of the spaces has like an infernal mark on it, so it's obviously some evil device, right? The lines on the floor don't seem to be unholy or holy ground whatsoever. They seem to be purely magical, arcane, not divine, but arcane in nature. But the cube itself is definitely infernal.
can I try?
Mhm.
Let's see. Where are we? Okay.
As a
Can
quick mention
I-
here, actually, we don't have anyone who's like an intelligent spellcaster, right? We don't have anyone, no brainiacs here currently.
Everybody
yeah?
looks at Klaus like shrugs.
We're all
What do you mean
charismatic.
to do what you mean? Like to figure out what these are?
Yes.
I can use detect magic.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. Klaus, magic. For sure magic. You're pretty sure. You're pretty sure.
It's magic, guys.
Yeah. You yourself with detect magic. Jiminara, you detect a staggering amount. There is 6 levels of incredibly powerful abjuration magic. In fact, you can give me an Arcana roll with the arcane, with the detect magic spell. If you spend the spell slot here, you can have advantage. Or since you spent the spell slot, I guess you have advantage. 19. Jiminara, layered one after another. There is 6 layers of a spell, 2 spells known as Wall of Force and Force Cage, a 5th and 7th level spells, all of which basically say, both of the spells basically say, you can't go through this. Teleporting through this is so fucking hard to do, and if you break one of them with a disintegrate spell, you have to do it 5 more times to get through it. The only way to break one of these spells, a Force Cage or a Wall of Force, is a disintegrate spell. Dispelling straight up does not work. The spell cannot be affected by dispel magic.
Is the wall like? Is it like a dome, or
It seems to be domed. They all seem to be domed, starting from that center point where the cube is.
But you can teleport through, right?
It is possible to teleport through. However, the spell does sort of reject you in some ways. AKA, if you try to teleport into a Force Cage or out of a Force Cage, you need to make a Charisma saving throw against the spellcaster's DC. Yeah?
holy?
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
okay.
That's not terrible.
I'm actually really good at those.
Sintra, you think to yourself, I could possibly do this. I have the power to teleport. My will is incredibly, not to brag about your own self, right? But your charisma saves, your will is incredibly powerful. Here's the difficult part. You guys realize, like, Sintra might be able to teleport in there and grab this, and maybe teleport out. The problem is, mechanically speaking here, unless we find an off switch, which you don't imagine there would be one, Jess, you would have to make 6 back-to-back charisma saves to appear at the center, because every Force Cage is inside the other one, right? So if you want to go to the middle one, you're going through 6 layers of impossible to break wall, right? It's not impossible for you. Your charisma saves are off the charts, but even one of them failing, you would be now stuck in between 2 of the Force Cages.
I mean, that's fair, but I've also got Kelpie who can also teleport.
So Kelpie, for him, it might be much more difficult to make a charisma save
that's
as
true.
animal.
Let's see.
So it's not about being able to teleport.
So
All of you can.
is it?
Hmm?
Is it? Because I know Force Cage is like it has its difficulty teleporting out.
Yeah.
Is it under the same effect getting in?
It is the same.
And is it? Are they all
Must be
Force
Christian.
Cage, or I thought you said some of them were Force Wall too?
Some of them are Force Wall layered along. They're like back to back, right? They're like back to back layered with each other. So it basically made it like you need to just spend days and months trying to break through this until someone would obviously notice you trying to disintegrate layer after layer, right? Here's what it comes down to. You can try to. There's possibly some sort of a solution, right? Ikathon went somewhere. He might be able to, if we're able to corner him, defeat him maybe even, right? That might be the next step. Defeat him, so these would all drop, or we can just try to teleport in there and grab from that.
Well, I've got teleports.
You guys
I've
out
got a
of
lot of
character, 'cause
teleports.
You guys have fought Ikathon out of character. Jess here, who is willing to try here, You know that his DC is 20. Yeah. Can you make DC 20 charisma saves 6 times back to back? Yeah.
My
If you do, you skip all the possible fighting you would have had to do.
my base
What's your save?
save. My base save is a +13.
Jiminara,
Mhm.
Yeah,
as a druid, do you have enhanceability?
I do, but I didn't. I didn't bring
Also,
it today.
good train of thought, Will, but that also unfortunately wouldn't work because mechanically, enhance abilities ability checks only, like
That's
skill
saving
checks and
throws.
ability
And
checks.
I can
Less though.
So,
Yeah.
I can also give you guidance.
Also, I will say
Does that
here,
affect saving throws?
I don't know if anyone has it. Another spell that would be fantastic in this moment. There is a spell called Aura of, I believe, Purity. There's one of the Aura spells that lets you have advantage against magical effects. It's incredibly useful in a situation like this where you have to fight magic really hard.
here's a question. I do happen to have with me, in the event that we had to fight Trent,
Mhm.
I have ward against spells.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. One willing creature gains 46 temper info. One creature has temper and can spell has resistance to damage dealt by spells. Right. This is more so for the spell.
I know.
I'll
I
say
was
here.
just
No, it's clever. It's a clever use of spell here. I will absolutely say if you want to mark off, use the second level spell slot here. I will give you advantage on 2 of the rolls of the spells. If you guys have other spells that you can use in this clever ways like this, as long as you're willing to spend them, I'm more than willing to let you guys have more advantages on her saves.
Or you
I
cast
can.
darkness on it.
I could possibly talk to the tree.
Yes, you could.
Yes.
That's an interesting play.
I am also I have embraced destiny too.
Embrace Destiny could help us with some of the numbers.
I'm good at blowing ship up. Not this.
I'll kill it with magic.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to talk to the tree, see if there's any way to get around it, like possibly under it, or if there's any weaknesses that we can, like where the magic is weakest, so it would help
Yeah.
her get through it.
Do you want to
if
play like
avoid-
good cop? I could play bad cop. I could like blast it when it's not, being cooperative.
Hear me out.
No, don't hurt the tree.
This
Uh,
tree
as-
is potentially connected to her.
It's a failing
Jiminara,
tree.
what ability do you have that allows you to talk to trees?
Speak
How is
with
that even
plants.
possible? Oh, yeah, nice. Excellent. Excellent. You can absolutely speak with plants casted on the tree here. Jiminara, this stench of poison and this haze and this presence of the horrible goddess of spiders and betrayal instantly fades. As you get the clearest and purest kind of a presence that whispers in your mind. You sense from it not good, not evil, just a sense of wilderness and existence. You hear a voice that comes through. A gentle voice, a small voice. Who are you, little one?
I'm Geminara. Do you have a name?
I do. I am the first tree, the realm tree. My branches reach beyond the world. My name is Yggdrasil. Jiminara, you as a druid immediately realize, like, whoa! You look down and up as you realize if this is truly that name, the name Yggdrasil, that is the tree of the cosmos. That is the tree that is rumored to have branches in every single reality. You think what you're looking at here is a branch of Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is a realm of its own. One of the realms of existence is known as Yggdrasil, and it's a realm of eternal wilderness and battle for the bravest of soldiers to go when they die. It's said that their roots and branches reach across all the other realms of existence. It seems that this here is the branch that reaches into the Feywild. You're talking to a tree in a different plane of existence right now.
Well, Yggdrasil, I don't know if you know what they're planning on doing, destroying many worlds.
Worlds rise and fall with the dawning of the sun and coming of dusk. I have no power to stop one or the other.
This is true, but they're using corruption that we even kill plants. You don't even know it will do to you as a tree.
I feel it. The tapping on my bark, the slithering of ancient power along my leaves. I sense her. What is it that you wish of me, little one?
We want to save you, the tree, and all the trees that are connected. We just need safe passage through whatever magic this is. If any help is possible.
Give me, Jimnara, give me a nature roll, and you can add your wisdom modifier on top of the roll.
My wisdom modifier is 5, so 16.
16, nice. You hear this voice. I, like the many other trees, wish not for my roots and branches to rot. Wish not for the parasite to drill my bark. I will strain as I possibly can to help you, little sir. Thank you for asking, rather than demanding. Your voice is kind.
Thank you for helping. Many, many trees and many animals are going to be very thankful.
Just sort of slowly groans as that connection ends. Nice. Jimnara, I'll say that's going to be 2 more advantage that we have. So we have 4 of the 6 advantage rolls for the charisma saves.
Alright, well, he's going to try to allow you to get through.
You feel something move here as you see the tree branch begins to kind of twist, and it's ridiculous to think this is a small branch of a tree, right? But somewhere out there's a tree as big as a continent, and this is a branch of it that is going through realities.
This tree goes to many different worlds.
Oh, it's the world tree.
Yggdrasil.
Klaus just looks up at the big tree.
Yeah. So you guys don't understand the cosmos quite right. You see, all the worlds are supported on a giant tree called Yggdrasil. It spans space and time and holds all of creation together.
And this is part of the tree.
This is where the rest of you guys from like Prime Material realm, you're like, no, that's not true. We're at the center. We're the main characters, and then the rest of you guys are just living around us all the time. And that's not how that works.
Yeah, the 2 moons and the sun, it revolves around Exandria. Don't you know that?
Yes, and Exandria exists in one of the branches of Yggdrasil.
Klaus, do you know how to spell Alexandria? Do you know how to spell that?
XA.
Okay. Oh, that's what I thought.
It's actually E first, but yeah.
That's the point, yeah.
Alrighty.
Merrick is just pinching his brow at Klaus's response.
Yep, yep.
Oh, the ignorance of youth.
Okay.
All right. Like. So thank you. So thanks to Geminar, we've managed to take down 2 of the barriers.
Well,
4 left.
Not taken
barriers
down,
aren't
right? Just
gone.
weakened.
Just
They're
advantage.
just weakened at the moment, aka you have advantage, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So that's two normal. I can do some time craziness reshaping. I can bless myself. Anybody else got anything before I?
Would making you smaller be bad, or making you larger?
Thematically, pretty fun visual, but it doesn't actually help with teleportation. Being small or big doesn't really matter. It's just an invisible wall that says you can't pass here.
I'm going to go ahead and I will go ahead and do.
Before we continue, one thing that we sort of kind of skipped over a little bit. You guys heard a conversation between Lolf and Trent Ikathon. And apparently, yeah, you realize now, apparently this cube that they have Varen in and the rest of the heroes, they can't pop open. Because, well, they thought it would be simpler, but it seems like this cube, this device, this prison, was built by someone called Vespen Chloris. Now, to a very well-studied individuals amongst you guys here, which I think it's Merrick. I don't know about how much well-studied the rest of you guys, especially when he doesn't really concern the other planes. Hey, Klaus, knowing of the topic as well here, definitely. Merrick and Klaus, you guys kind of look at each other when you heard that mention of Vespen Chloris. Vespen Chloris is the greatest and most horrible mage that has ever existed. Ever existed in our world. There's 3 individuals that made the gods either flinch or groan, depending on who you ask, in sort of discomfort. First one in displeasure being the Raven Queen, a mysterious, now nameless woman who became a mortal, who became a goddess of death. The very first one. The second one is the newest addition. Vecna, the god of necromancy in secrets, an archmage who wriggled and destroyed his way to the top, forced his way into heavens. And then the one in the middle, the one that, as a mortal, greatly surpassed both Vecna and the Raven Queen, but misused this power and became the greatest villain of our world's history. Vespen Chloris was without argument of any kind, the most powerful mortal mage person that ever existed, who wanted to become a god, and instead was manipulated by the betrayer gods. And at the moment of his ascension, tearing his body open like a portal, the betrayer gods used this ritual of ascension that he was performing to become a god to break back into our worlds after their banishment, starting an era of our history, of a world history known as the Calamity. That started an age of incredible suffering, of the greatest tragedies and the worst crimes ever registered and written down by our historians and librarians. Nobody knows what happened to Vespen Chloris, or what became of his infernal pact with these betrayer gods that betrayed him in the end. Should have known by the name. But without a doubt, he has left the world with some incredible artifacts. For example, the most powerful spellbook in the world, the Grimoire Infinitus, was his spellbook, an impossibly powerful infinite spellbook. And now, apparently another artifact of his, something that was rumored, and with a 16 here, as well as Merrick just sort of being in that sort of scene, your job being to know, an artifact, nice, an artifact that was supposedly going to be used in that ritual of ascension, with what Ikathon said, with what Lolth said, that there little puzzle box, that Rubik's Cube alike device,
Who's that Pokemon?
supposed to capture that. Plans went poorly, however, and now Trent Ikathon, as smart as he is having a real hard trouble figuring out how to open the Eternal Puzzle Box. That's the name of the artifact that our friend Varian and our characters, our heroes' souls are captured in. The Eternal Puzzle Box.
She'll go over to Centra. You can take Julio. He can help you at least once.
So Julio can what? Sorry?
He can give her the help action.
Yeah, once again, help action doesn't work on saves, unfortunately. It's attacks
Damn.
and checks. It's the other two.
But if anything happens, at least I'll be able to heal you through him. Because I won't be able to reach you if you teleport somewhere.
Yes, that's entirely true. Julio, where are you?
You see him appear in your pocket holding a gold coin, says, I was making sure it's real.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
Kind of mournfully puts it back.
Oh, no. You can keep it.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, what's the plan here? He just sort of sits on your shoulder.
Well, you and I are about to rapidly teleport from here through 6 walls of force to get that cube.
He walks off of you and goes back to Jiminara. No thanks. He walks back to Jiminara. He does it very slowly. Like he's a chameleon, so he's doing the back and forth, like wobbling movement the chameleons do.
Okay.
Thanks.
That sounds like suicide. You're gonna try it and you're gonna explode and we're gonna watch you become minced meat. I'm not doing that.
Okay. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Gives you a thumbs up.
Okay.
Well, I believe in you. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You see Kelpie walk up and sort of brush his head against yours, and he sort of gives you a look of like, I'm worried for you, understanding somewhat what the situation is.
Thank you.
And you feel confident doing this, right?
Guys?
Yes.
Nezlik's in the void.
That's like he's walking on a bridge. There's this circular bridge that goes around, right? That's a platform below. That's not just black doom.
Ooh, okay, that got scary for me.
That's like just leaps into
She-
speaking of which, I was sorry to interrupt here. I was gonna say, Nizlik, seeing the very reason your people have been discriminated against, your people have been made different from the rest of the elven kind in the history of your world. What is going through Nezlik's mind, seeing Lolth, not the spirit of her, not a possessed body, demon stalking through a carcass, not a leader of a cult, but the god, the devil, the tragedy itself, the Queen of Spiders. Do we see any look on his face? Do we see any like talking to himself? Does he say anything to the party, or is he just his old sort of grumpy self, ready to be done with this?
Probably his old grumpy self. Probably a furrow in the brow. To him, she's just an obstacle to prevent him helping Captain Ray. Although given a chance, he would like to make her heard.
Okay, excellent. All right. I think we've exhausted all the powers we possibly have. It's time to shoot yourself like a projectile through a bunch of impenetrable barriers and hope it works.
Except the power of friendship. I believe in you.
Oh, okay. He believes in you.
Right. Okay, yeah, so using one phase step, we're going to try to go from here to the
Straight to the
cube.
fucking middle. Okay, so we have advantage on 4 rolls. Is there going to be additional? So if you want to cast Bless, but keep in mind, you can do Bless and the Destiny dice as well.
Correct.
Because they're both concentration.
Yeah. So I've got
Unle-
Bless at the moment.
Unless Merrick, you have Bless as well. If you want to really try and
Nope.
stack all of this. No? Okay.
No, I'm not.
All right,
a
all right.
Paladin.
Right. Okay. Sintra.
Be nice, but no.
Jess, would you like to roll the non-advantage or the advantage first?
Can I?
I'll roll
Oh.
the I'll roll the normal one first.
What was what were you gonna say, Will?
No, never mind. I'm just. Unfortunately, none of my spells or abilities are useful in this moment.
Well, once
so-
again, we're sort of improvising here, right? Definitely, Jiminara used her powers as a druid to speak with the tree to provide some help. Sintra has some magic that helps her against magic, but not the specific stuff we need. So feel free to sort of like improvise if you think something would work, or flavor-wise, you think it could be effective. Hell yeah!
Could I try something?
No, I'm kidding. Of
No.
course you can. Yes,
Could
of course you
I-
can.
I don't know if, again, these are like impenetrable walls. I don't have much, to be honest. But I was hoping,
Force cage. The spell force cage.
right, maybe I could like take my mage hand, grab the artifact, and try to like force it through one of the walls with my magical prowess. I don't know.
Not
all
with
I
a
got.
Mage Hand. Mage Hand is a little too low of a spell. In fact, it'll like appear there, but it just can't go through it at all.
Oh,
In
just
fact,
can't-
it can't even move the cube.
Oh, really?
I have a crazy idea.
Hmm?
I
Lay it on
was
us.
wondering if, in conjunction, I could placing my hand on one of the first layer of.
Mhm.
I want to see if I can use my divine sense again to sense out any weakness, and then if I find it, use my divine smite to try and shatter it.
Very cool. Very
Trying to use
cool.
trying to use the matron's by twisting of fate a little bit, trying to give us a little twist of fate.
Yeah, very cool. That's very cool. Yeah, absolutely. Looking it over here, inspecting it. I think this will be a perception roll here. I'll give you advantage for your divine sense as you're looking for anything you can find.
Placing my hand on the wall, I'll try and throw out my divine essence, and then see if I
As
can
you
find-
feel it sort of like a ripple up from the spot you're holding on to. Looking for anything, any damage, any mark. 12, you do not find any weaknesses, unfortunately, here. You seek, you focus, maybe there, no, maybe here, no. Unfortunately, none of it is, it's perfect. The spell is made to contain the most impossible to crack safe in the world. Unfortunate. All right,
Okay.
gang. I think we're
So-
just going to have to throw some dice on the screen, yeah? So, Jess.
Can I use my inspiration on myself?
You can, but Bardic Inspiration. No, you cannot, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bard
Okay.
thing.
You want to get one? to
All
me?
right. If you want to try and give it to him to improve his roll, he might be able to give you advantage on another one of the walls.
Sure, roll a d6.
As you see him trying to break through the wall there. Yeah, Merrick, give it a d6. 3 or
Ah.
better. No, unfortunately not. All
I
right.
don't like Merrick. He doesn't roll good.
It's random.
All
It's not
right.
his fault.
Let's-
All right, let's get it.
Look at this
So,
then.
are we
How about-
doing advantage or normal rolls first?
So I'm gonna do the normal roll first.
And are you doing bless or are you doing
Yes, I am
fate dice?
blessing myself.
Bless. Okay, bless
Yeah.
on yourself, and you're
And I've got-
throwing yourself at it.
Yeah, I've got quite a few teleports, so we're
All
good to try
right.
multiple times.
Okay, excellent. Right. Let's do it. So let's begin here. So we're doing. Sorry, I forgot immediately. Did you say advantage first or advantage last?
No, we'll do the non-advantage roll first.
Okay, the hard ones first. Admirable. Your DC's 20. Go ahead and give me. Let's go one by one. First wall, as you. Okay. You look on up ahead and shunt yourself through dimensions. Give me that roll. Jesus. 30 is good. First barrier. Boom. You punch through. Second barrier. Give me that charisma save. Oh my god. The bless. The bless spell.
Oh my
Pushing through it.
gosh.
First, so you blasted the first one like, I can do the second one. You hit. It's twice as impenetrable. Boom! Slamming into it, you feel your spirit push through it. You watch a ripple break, and you push through it. Third one, it feels like you just went through a wave. You get hit by a tidal blast, and now there's a tsunami in front of you. Third roll, charisma save. Advantage this time. You succeed.
Oh, that's just
Boom.
normal.
That's fine. This is more than enough, even a normal. You hit the last one. You feel yourself burning away. You feel your like the heat begin to ignite your skin as you realize like you are blasting through multiple, at least 7th level incantations. Right? This should be mostly impossible. As you push through the second one, you feel yourself being torn at by this malicious magic. Sintra. After you pass the third one, all of you see, after here, the third one, the floor ignites as about a dozen alarm spells, boom, 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 all begin to glow at the same time. As you realize, like, oh well, shit, better move now, because that informed someone that something is happening. Fourth, charisma save, with advantage, please.
Ugh.
Oh my god! 20
Uh,
is good enough again.
Oh my gosh.
Why? Jess, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Fourth one, you push through. Now these dark red spikes impaling your body as you continue to push. You look up ahead, 2 walls left. You look up ahead, you see that Rubik's Cube device rotating. And maybe it's your mind, maybe you're losing blood, maybe your mind is being shredded away, but you see they're faced away from you at the moment, holding a music instrument, there, long hair, big smile, dancing there, and she looks over her shoulder, like you're seeing a ghost, like you're seeing Alondra there. As you reach further, the 5th wall, like a wave of knives and poisoned blades, cutting through you in every conceivable way, shredding you down to your barest, most simplest existence. Charisma save, please, with advantage. Wall number 5. Okay, you reignited now with this hope, seeing one of your oldest friends, seeing Alondra there, you push through it. The last wall, it doesn't look like a barrier of pain, like a barrier of suffering, like a barricade of something that would inflict upon you sadness or sorrow or pain of physical kind. No, instead, the last wall looks like a mirror, and in this mirror, you see yourself, and you see yourself for what you truly are. You see yourself alone. You see all of this music, all of this talent, all of this power and fame and wealth and fortune. You see it shed away as you're left As she left you, you see yourself alone. And there's a moment where your will wavers. Give me that last charisma saving throw, please. A 34. As you shunt yourself towards the mirror, what are your thoughts in the moment as you impact it and it begins to crack and shatter and move and sort of wriggle out and move and ripple and break? What are your thoughts in your mind as you shatter that last wall?
Who's that Pokemon?
I want my friend back.
Does this, Sintra, is this a big old punch where you break the mirror? Is this you just slipping as if in between an invisible seam in the mirror and continuing past it? Is this, like, what does this look like as you pass the last barrier? For, like, actual people in the real place seeing this, right? Your friends, the new allies, like, acquaintances? Work colleagues, I guess, looking at this, right? Do we see you just shunt on through the other side? And the last wall quite literally does shatter. The last invisible wall just cracks and breaks.
She's sitting there looking at her reflection in the mirror, and she just sees herself alone. Like when she finally opens up about what she wants, there's that moment where there's suddenly it's Alondra on the other side. And Cintra's hand wraps around hers, and then it's they just swap places on the other side of the wall, just
bam.
And let's go.
As you appear, you guys watch. All 6 walls shatter and disappear with poofs of sort of golden and blue dust. As the arcane runes on the floor are now just glowing with the alarm spells that are active. Geminara, the wall prevents any divination spells. Your detect magic was never going to detect anything past the first wall there. Unfortunately, the alarm spell was hidden. As you guys realize, that's gonna be Ikathon's fucking alarm, right? He knows right now something has gone wrong, yeah?
I'm going to grab the cube and put it in my bag and pocket. If I
That's what you want to do. I'm
Oh,
sure you do.
no.
However, something entirely different. Something entirely unexpected. As you grab onto it, Cintra, yes, I've got you. Alondra, you're coming home. You grab onto it, and in that moment, you feel something. A presence. A movement. In the cube. As you grab onto it, your hand adheres to it. And the rest of you guys look like, we got it. Good, let's go. As this happens, you watch this ripple goes out from the cube. As all of a sudden, Cintra, your hand sticks to it, and you feel waves of agony go through you. Just as the cube starts to rearrange itself quickly, as you're holding onto it. As it does, you feel your fingers begin to stretch out as the cube begins to enlarge in your hand. As you're what is happening? A glow begins to appear in between the seams of the cube. You hear a voice, all of you, from the cube. Mortal presence detected. Beginning the test. Infinity commences. As the cube twists, there is a bright flash in between as you guys are what? As you feel all of yourself flung forward. As the cube rearranges itself. And in an instant, our heroes are gone from this space. And we see the cube floating there in the middle. All of you blink, and everything is gone. Headache. Oh, fuck, what just happened? Oh, you have some dust in your face. You open your eyes, all of you begin to look up, and you see a starry sky Yeah. You see some really big orbs, like planet. And you sort of look around and you see a broken sort of battlefield with like craters everywhere. And then we stand up looking like, where the fuck are we? As we pan back and we see an island floating in the middle of infinity as our party sits in front of what looks to be a massive temple or a shrine or something of a sort. As we pan back, we see an island floating, and then we pan back further, and we pan back further, and we see infinity. Everything, everywhere, all at once, in a small little island sitting at the middle of it all. As a voice thrums out, this object is currently occupied by another recipient. We are exceeding the maximum level. These creatures have come here willingly, it seems. Mortals, welcome to the Eternal Puzzle Box. Your arrival seems most unusual. If you wish to exit this place, I'm sorry. The only way out is opening the chest. The chest leads out. As you guys see, atop this massive structure, a metallic individual rises and looks down towards all of you. We see this guy. In fact, let me show you full art of this guy because he seems very strange. You see a amber and sort of copper with tinted gold construct. Long metallic limbs and a singular sort of ocular device in the center. He has two arms, one longer than the other, but every single one of his fingers, as well as dangling from all of his limbs, you see are instead keys. Infinite numbers of keys that dangle from him. As he looks over to you all, says, I am the locksmith, the guardian of the Eternal Puzzle Box, placed here by the greatest wizard that ever was and will be. You all have unfortunately been captured, or perhaps not. Your arrival is most unusual. Please, tell me, what is the purpose of your visit? And that's where we're gonna end the session for tonight, friends. Friends, welcome to the Eternal Puzzle Box, the very place where our heroes are currently captured, in the treasure chest, as this guy said. That's the only way out. As you guys look around...
Good job, guys.
Yeah, wow. A few close calls, but you know.
Paladin charisma saves, baby! As friends, next time we'll pick up as this humble keeper of this Eternal Puzzle Box might have some instructions for us, or maybe he can tell us that it's time to despair, we are inside the box and there is no way out, or maybe there is. We'll find out next. Yeah. So, friends, nicely done. Great combat as always. Excellent way. A lot of sort of travel here, a lot of sneaking around, which we did expertly. And in the end here, additional 2 maps that I prepared for you guys to fight Trent Ikathon now go to waste. So that's great. That is fantastic. We get to leap on through. Very clever thinking, very clever use of your spells and abilities, friends, as we get to save a lot of our power and resources. And now have to be put through a ringer, a place that is called Eternal Puzzle Box. It can't be good. Can't be good, right? Can't be good. But we'll deal with all of that next time. So, friends, thank you so much for playing. Fantastic stuff, as always. We went a little overtime. I apologize, but last time we went a little undertime. So I hope it's okay with everyone. I apologize if we went a little. But yeah. Is everyone?
Me and Zach don't work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Is next week all good for everyone, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll be out of town.
Sorry, what was that, Rob?
I will be out of town next week.
You will be out. Okay, gotcha. Understood. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much for playing. As always, this game is always a blast. I love playing with you guys. You guys are all super creative, and I hate it when it goes against my plans.
You think we were gonna choose to fight Igathon again?
Well,
honestly?
you knew his powers and abilities now. You
We're
can
like
get a
2
proper
levels
ambush on him.
less than what we were before.
Yeah, but he also just got stabbed by a giant spider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
So-
went
That
got his
doesn't
ass
mean
healed.
anything.
He just left to get his ass healed.
Yeah, but he plays by the same rules as you guys. He has to take a short rest. He's got to go find a bunch of potions and stuff like that, right? But still, what you guys did is clever. It's improvising, and you figured out, like, well, it's nearly impossible to succeed 6 times on a DC 20, but just maybe. And yeah, here we are. Absolutely. So, yes. Unfortunately, part of the Eternal Puzzle Box is that if you touch it, you go into it. Or apparently, if you're attuned to it, you get to use it on other people, kind of like they captured Varen. But we'll find out about more of that next time and later on. Now, we are in the personal sandbox of Bespin Chloris, the mage who doomed the world. That'll be fun. All right. Well, friends, GG's. GG's as always. I'm going to peace out. I'm going to head out. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. Enjoy your week. Stay safe. All that. And I will catch you all next week. Yeah? That's all for
Later.
me.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Yeah, it was an interesting game. We'll be back Sunday for Dawnguard, and then I'm gone for the week, heading down to LA, so that should be fun. We're just going to end stream here. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.